The Harwich Mariners travel to South Yarmouth to take on the YD Red Sox. Fourth meeting of the season, and so far it's been all YD. 3-0, they lead the series. They lead the East. Hello, everyone. Welcome to Red Wilson Field. Brandon Pelter here with Dana Gray. And Dana, last night for the Red Sox is 6-3 loss against Falmouth. But that their first loss of July, the past week plus. They've been on fire.
They've just been on an absolute tear, an uncharacteristic game from YD, and you look no further than those errors from the Red Sox. 5 of them, and one of the worst defensive squads on the Cape so far this season. We knew that going into yesterday, but just a couple of routine ground balls that really plagued the Red Sox, and give the Commodores credit. They jumped on them with the offense.
Red Sox tonight, chance to get one more back in the win column, and a 4-point swing here in the East with YD leading the division 30 points. Harwich in second with 23 points. 2 more for YD brings them out to a 9-point lead, but 2 for Harwich, and they tighten things up.
Right, it's one of those 4-point swings, if you will, in which you've got 2 divisional teams battling for that top spot. Red Sox have a chance to really open things up here today against the Mariners, and also get 4 straight wins against a ball club. That kind of plants a seed of doubt, I feel like, in the opposing team, knowing that, you know, this team, they just have our number, and that's stuff that can plague you coming up later in the postseason.
Top offense for the Red Sox versus the top pitching staff on the Cape. The Mariners, for that YD offense, it hasn't been the power that's been provided as of late, but a lot of singles, some base hits, gets the job done.
Right. It's been really incredible stuff from the Red Sox. I mean, how many times have we seen them just bat around in an entire inning? These guys just pass the baton, next guy up sort of mentality. They have the top batting average in the Cape League. Another important stat is they've also struck out the fewest times by quite a bit, only 176, going up against a Mariners team that is not the best offensively. They've struck out the most, so that's something to watch out for today with the opposing pitching staffs.
While we have a moment, let's take a look at the West. Much tighter than the East Division. Hyannis and Wareham each tied with 30 points, then Bourne with 27, and Falmouth and Katuitt with 23. Don't know what it is, but the West Division is just so tight, and it seems like the teams have an advantage compared to the East.
Right, and one good thing to note of, though, is that the Red Sox, especially their late success, it's come against pretty much everyone across the Cape, including some important wins over West teams. So it's not like they're just beating up on the bottom dwellers of the East and the Firebirds and in the Whitecaps. They've come away with some top victories over Wareham, over Hyannis, over Chatham. So Red Sox are pretty much dominating the entire league, if you will.
Perfect day in South Yarmouth. Lineups and first pitch coming up next.
Batting 8, the third baseman from UC Irvine, number 4, Christian Koss. And batting 9th, the catcher from Hofstra, number 30, Vito Risha. And pitching today for the Red Sox from Oklahoma, number 23, Nathan Wiles. And now, ladies and gentlemen, at this time, we ask you all to please rise and remove your hats. We invite you to sing along with Katie Sanborn as she sings our national anthem.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rocket's red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave
Katie Sanborn, ladies and gentlemen. Thanks very much, Katie. And finally, for those
First pitch just moments away here at Red Wilson Field between the visiting Harwich Mariners and the home team, YD Red Sox. Now let's meet the Mariners lineup, playing their 26th game of the season, coming in at 11-13-1, good for second in the East. Leading things off, it's Tanner Morris, the shortstop, and the center fielder, Chris Gallen, bats second. Batting third, red-hot Aaron Shunk plays third base, and the first baseman, Andre Lipsius, bats fourth. Brad Debo, the designated hitter, bats fifth, and Danny Casals at second base, bats sixth, while the left fielder, Ben Norman, bats seventh. Batting eighth is the catcher, Logan Driscoll, and rounding out the Mariners lineup is the right fielder, Gabe Rivera, and they will face Nathan Wiles on the mound for the Red Sox, making start number 4.
And it's been a struggle on the summer so far for the righty out of Oklahoma. 1-2 record, an inflated ERA at 9.44. Does have 11 strikeouts and 4 walks. And this is a guy that lives and dies by the punch out at Oklahoma this past season. 69 of them through just 15 starts. So he's a guy that really needs to be pounding the strike zone early on and hopefully can jump on the Mariners and be the benefit of some Red Sox run support as well.
Held things in check with the Sooners, just a 3.54 ERA, but certainly out here on the Cape. Different story, but also a much different talent level.
Exactly, and you talk about it as if you can have success in this league. It means that, hey, you belong to be here. You're playing against the best collegiate hitters across the country, and that can go vice versa as well. Sometimes you get so much competition and so much talent going up against you. For some pitchers, it can be overwhelming, but hoping that Nathan can have a smoother start here against the Harwich Mariners.
And this YD infield looking a little different with Noah Campbell at second base. That's become a home to him, but Christian Koss slotted in the lineup over at third base, a guy that we've seen move all around the infield.
Yeah, and a guy that's leading this club with 6 errors, though when you think about it, Christian's made some phenomenal wedge gems already on this summer, so a lot of highs and some lows as well for Christian, just hoping for a nice solid day at the hot corner.
And Reese Albert also back into this YD Red Sox lineup after missing a couple days, got hit by a pitch in a ninth inning that didn't even count against Brewster a couple days ago, ended in a 6-6 tie.
You feel terrible for a guy like that who goes up and pays the price, and you think that you're walking in the game-winning run. The umpires say, not so fast, but a guy that's just been red hot as of late for YD, celebrating a 19th birthday today as well, so maybe that will help him carry in a little bit of momentum into the game today.
Just 19. Can you believe
Crazy.
that?
And we're sitting here, and what are we doing?
He's got a heck of a lot of talent. He's in left field today for the Red Sox. In center field, it's Zach Ashford, and Johnny DeLuca is in right. To the infield, Christian Kossman's third base. David Hamilton, one of the top defenders across the Cape, is over at short. Noah Campbell is at second base, and Andrew Dashbach back at first base today for the Red Sox, while Vito Freesia, his last day with the Red Sox here, is catching to start out the day. Bob Garner dusts off home plate. Rob Wilson is the first base umpire, and Steve Durantz is over at third. Tanner Morris, the lefty, saunters into the batter's box, just about ready to get underway. Flag out in left field, blowing out of the ballpark. Wiles, the righty, winds, and the first pitch swung on, and a soft liner dunks into center field. A base hit for Tanner Morris. First pitch swinging. That's how we start today at 5:03 here at DY Regional High School.
Well, Wiles just trying to start him off with a get-me-over fastball, and Morris was ready for it and put it right back where it came.
That brings up Chris Galland. Quick start here for the Mariners. One pitch, one base hit. Tanner Morris aboard at first. He leads. First pitch to Galland. Breaking ball called a strike on the outer third. Galland hitting .225 for the Mariners. Team middle of the pack offensively here in the Cape. Wiles, the Sooner, sets below the chest, kicks with the 0-1. Another breaking ball. This one stays touch high. Well, we left the humidity last week, and now perfect, plenty of sunshine here. 1-1 stays upstairs, and Wiles behind 2 balls and a strike to the 2-man Chris Galland. Tanner Morris led off the game with a single. He's at first.
That's a great point, Brandon. It's easy to talk about the bad weather when it's happening, but we've had a stretch of a few just drop-dead gorgeous afternoons.
The 2-1 from Wiles. Misses down low. Falls behind 3 balls and a strike to the 2-man. No score here, top of the first. No outs between Harwich and YD. 3-1. Fastball called a strike, letter high on the outer third. A full count here on the 2-man, Chris Galland. Morris leads off first. The 6'5" righty steps off and throws over. Nothing doing. Galland with Boston College hit .316. Payoff pitch is swung on and looped into shallow right field toward the line. That'll dunk in. Another base hit. Johnny DeLuca, hot pursuit, couldn't get there, and now 2 straight singles. Not hard hit, though, to lead off the game here for the Mariners.
Deceiving there because it looked like the route that DeLuca was taking to that baseball looked like he was going to have a play on it, and that's why Tanner Morris had to hold up. Took a wide turnaround second, but now back-to-back singles for the Mariners, hopping on Wiles early.
Aaron Schunk, red hot coming into this game. 11-game hit streak in all 11 games that he's played, registering a hit, .378. The righty settles in. Wiles from third base side of the rubber. Sets just below the chest. Peaks at second. The first pitch. Misses low and away.
You never want to start out an outing having to pitch out of the stretch and worry about base runners. Could use it as a positive, though, if Wiles can somehow get out of this jam unscathed.
Righty sets. Kicks and delivers the 1-0. Breaking ball misses, sweeping down toward the shoe tops on the outer third. So far through 3 starts, a 9.44 ERA for Wiles through 13 1/3. Runners on first and second, no outs, top of the first. The 2-0. Swing and a ground ball to the shortstop, Hamilton. Flips to second for 1, on to first, takes Dashbach off the bag. And a fielder's choice for Schunk. He's aboard. Runners at the corner, Justin out in the top of the first.
Just a great job by Wiles there with 2 runners on and no outs to induce a ground ball that very well could have been a double play. That runner, Galland, coming and maybe disrupting Campbell at the middle bag, put his throw off just a tad.
Andre Lipsia steps into the right side. Noah Campbell, a guy still getting comfortable over at second base. First pitch. Breaking ball, called a strike on the inner third. You can tell Campbell getting used to the swing of things, and they're on double play balls, still not the most comfortable with the guy barreling toward him. Runners at the corner, 1 out, top of the first. Wiles the 0-1. Swung on and lifted into right field. DeLuca a few steps back. Now comes in. He makes the catch. Runner tags from third. He'll score in a 1-0 lead here with 2 outs in the top of the first for the Mariners.
Nice job from Lipsius there, just getting it into the outfield deep enough for DeLuca to back up, make that catch. But even with a good throw from right field, that's not going to catch Morris, only having to go 90 feet.
So 1-0. Harwich out to the lead here in the top of the first. First 2 base runners reached. Then a fielder's choice from Schunk. He's aboard at first base. Now Brad Debo, the lefty, is up with 2 away. Wiles the first pitch. Catches the outside corner. Last year it was the YD pitching that really led the way. This year the offense. Wiles sets. Delivers the 0-1. Misses up and away.
It's nice to see this year. There has been some good pitching, though. The ERA is towards the lower half. But to see that offense pick up the pitching so much, it's a good feeling to see.
YD trailed 6-0 through 2 innings at Brewster. Fought back for the tie. 1-1. called a strike. Wiles now ahead, 1-2, 2 outs, top of the first.
How about those poor Whitecaps? The night after, they have a 7-run lead going into the later stages against the Firebirds. Lose on a walk-off homer. It's just a ball club that's reeling in the wrong direction.
Shunk off of first. Wiles sets below the chest, 1-2. Swung on, soft liner over the head of David Hamilton and into left field. Shunk will stop at second, and the top of the first continues. Now runners on the first 2 bags, 2 away.
Second baseman from Maine, number 8.
First time through the order, the Mariners doing a nice job of jumping on Wiles and really making him pretty scared to throw anything over the plate, because every single time, especially there with Debo, sits all over it. And even with Hamilton, the incredible fielder he is, not able to grab it and keep it out of the outfield.
Brings up Danny Casals, hitting .203. First pitch. Breaking ball called a strike on the outer third. Debo is at first. Shunk is at second. Already a 1-0 lead for the Mariners over the Red Sox, top of the first. 2 outs. Wiles sets. Tall righty kicks the 0-1. Another breaking ball called a strike, sweeping towards the outside corner.
Strikeout here would be just what the doctor ordered for Wiles, especially after he gave up those 2 leadoff singles. You'll take just the 1 run if you can limit it to that.
Casals the open stance, picking up and putting down the front foot. 0-2. Just misses a hair off the outside corner.
That's a great 0-2 pitch, though, and that's just where, as a pitcher, you tip your cap to Casals for laying off of that, because it was very close on the outer third.
Mariners already a run across here in the top of the first. The leadoff man, Morris, reached on a single. First pitch he saw came around to score. 1-2. In tight. Casals a little jump out of the way, and the count evens 2-2 with 2 outs, 2 men aboard here in the top of the first. Wiles, the righty, sets below the chest. The 2-2. This is down and away. 3-2. Another full count. Wiles already up over 20 pitches here, top of the first inning. .65 righty out of Oklahoma sets, third base side of the rubber. Payoff pitch. Swing and a liner down the left field line, and that's just foul. Boy, baseball is a game of inches, and that's 2 runs coming across. If that's 3 inches, 4 inches, maybe a foot to the right.
You're not kidding. Serious new life for Wiles. He left that one right down the pipe, and Casals just turned on it a tad too much. I think you're exactly like Brandon. Even with the speed of Albert, both runners off with the pitch, probably scoring 2.
Shunk gets second. Debo off of first. Another payoff pitch. Outside corner, called strike 3. Casals doesn't like it, but Wiles works out of a tough top of the first. 1-0 Mariners lead the Red Sox. Heading to the home half of the first. You're listening to YD Baseball on the Cape Cod Baseball League Network. Red Sox trail 1-0 as they plate in the bottom half of the first inning. Their lineup goes like this. Zach Ashford leading things off. He's the center fielder. Johnny DeLuca bats 2 in right. The first baseman, Andrew Dashbach, is batting 3rd, and Reese Albert returns to the lineup in left field. Noah Campbell plays second base batting 5th, and Brad Beasley inserted into the Red Sox lineup first time in weeks. He's the DH. The shortstop is David Hamilton batting 7, and the 8-man Christian Koss plays 3rd, while rounding out the Red Sox order, it's Vito Fresia, the catcher, and the Red Sox will face Will Matheson from Stanford.
Making start number 3 on the summer. A switch guy's got some plate appearances as well, 13 of them for the Mariners. He's been held hitless, though, for Harwich, so probably a good thing that he's on the bump today.
Tall righty winds the first pitch. Swing and a ground ball through the right side into right field. A leadoff single for Zach Ashford. Both of these teams first pitch swinging to start out their days at the plate. Ends up in a single.
Ashford doing exactly what Morris did just about 10 minutes ago, jumping all over that first offering, finds the soft spot on the right side of the infield. That's exactly what you want out of your leadoff guy. Now you've got speed out there as well.
And how about this? Hit streak already extended here early in the day for Zach Ashford. 5 games. It's up to Johnny DeLuca, the switch hitters to the left side. First pitch. Catches the outside corner. Matheson, a 6'6" righty, going into his junior year at Stanford. He comes set, towing the first base side of the rubber. At the belt, kicks the 0-1. Misses away. Zach Ashford, the batting average just a few ticks below 300 to 296. DeLuca at 327, 1-1. Misses low.
I mean, you look up and down this Red Sox order, and there's a handful of guys that are batting over 300. They've got consistency 1 through 9. It's just such a weapon to have that you can continually have good hitting throughout the 9 spots.
Matheson kicks 1-1, misses away. Count actually now 3 balls and a strike, so both pitchers struggling a little bit today. Ashford off of first. Matheson kicks 3-1. Upstairs, ball 4. Whitey, a little something going here to start out their day at the plate. They trail things 1-0.
Well, it's another pro of this offense is they just see so many pitches. It's an offense that does a great job of working counts and working walks, and pretty much every guy has kind of bought into that philosophy as well. Even guys like Nick Quintana, known for their power, we've seen him with some huge at-bats just working walks, and it's exactly what DeLuca does there.
Brings up Andrew Dashbach, hitting .324 for Whitey, 3 home runs as well. The right side, runners at first and second, no outs, the first pitch. Breaking ball, catches the outer third. Dash about 10 days since his last home run, June 30th against Katuitt. I think this a guy that seems kind of due, only 1 extra base hit past couple days. 0-1. Another breaking ball. This misses up and out.
Especially the way you see that flagpole dancing out there over the scoreboard, gusting away from left center. It's where this kid lives and breathes.
Last 7 games, just 1 extra base hit for Dash. Matheson sets. Delivers the 1-1. That ball misses outside, and 2-1. This one of a couple Whitey guys you really don't want to fall behind. Reese Albert, another one of those. He's on deck. Ashford off of second, led things out with a single. First pitch he saw, Johnny DeLuca worked a walk. He's at first. 2-1. Swing and a miss. Pitch up and in. Dash couldn't get to it. Count evens 2 balls and 2 strikes.
Well, as a power hitter, that looks so tantalizing coming in, that high fastball almost rising inside. Couldn't turn enough quick on it to put it into left field.
Dash digs in the right side. Matheson toes first base side of the rubber. He sets 2-2. Swing and a liner right at the first baseman, Lipsius, and he's able to double off DeLuca. Not the hardest hit ball, right to Andre Lipsius at first, and beat DeLuca back to the bag, a double play.
Just a tough play for the Red Sox. I mean, Dashbach makes great contact. He sits on that pitch, tries to float it opposite field, and DeLuca with just a normal lead got leaning the wrong way.
So with 2 away, it's just Zach Ashford now on base. He stands at second. Reese Albert hitting .390 in for the Red Sox. First appearance since July 7th at Brewster. First pitch. Breaking ball curls in and catches the outside corner. The outfield for the Mariners from left to right. Ben Norman is in left field. Chris Galland in center, and Gabe Rivera is in right. Aaron Schuck mans third base. Tanner Morris the shortstop. Danny Casals is at second, and Andre Lipsius at first. 0-1 waved at and missed. No balls and 2 strikes. Albert in a hole. Battery mate with Matheson today. Logan Driscoll behind the plate. Sharing time with Brad Debo, who's the DH in the Mariners lineup today. No balls and 2 strikes. Matheson set to the belt. The pitch. Breaking ball misses outside.
There's a lot of movement on that pitch. It's the one that started off Albert and curled into the zone.
2 outs, bottom of the first. 1-0. Harwich leads YD. The 1-2. Swing and lofted into left field. Norman doesn't go very far and makes the catch for the 3rd out. YD has the first 2 base runners reach, but can't make anything happen. No runs on a hit. 1 man is left on base, and through 1 inning at the ballpark, Harwich leads the Red Sox 1-0. You're listening to YD Red Sox Baseball on the Cape Cod Baseball League Network.
The Red Sox, along with the Cape Cod Baseball League and the NCAA, would like to remind you that this is a tobacco and alcohol-free ballpark. Also, cameras and video cameras are permitted inside Red Wilson Field for personal photos, but cannot be used to reproduce the game, players, or on-field events without the express written permission of the YD Red Sox. Use of camera or video equipment must not interfere with other fans' enjoyment of the game. The Red Sox and the Mariners, the Cape Cod Baseball League, and the NCAA promote good sportsmanship by student-athletes, coaches, and spectators. We request your cooperation and positive support of the participants and officials. Profanity, racial or sexist comments, or other intimidating actions directed at officials, student-athletes, coaches, or team representatives will not be tolerated and are grounds for removal from this ballpark. Thank you.
One nothing. Harwich leads YD. 4th meeting of the season between these 2 teams. YD 3 wins. They've been successful against the Mariners. They lead the way in the East. Harwich 7 points behind in 2nd place. And it's Ben Norman to start things out here in the top of the 2nd inning. First 3 base runners reached base for Harwich back in the 1st. Wiles winds the first pitch. Just misses outside to the lefty Norman. Hitting .203 for the Mariners. Just 3 guys hitting over 300 in this Mariners lineup as the 1-0 misses outside.
Wiles recovered nicely, though, at the end of that first inning. An emphatic punch-out. Got Casals looking for that first strikeout.
Wiles from the 3rd base side of the rubber. Winds 2-0. Swing and a line drive hit to right center field. DeLuca back, and that one's out of here. Solo home run for Ben Norman to start out the top of the 2nd. And 3-0. Harwich leads YD.
Norman got a great read on that pitch from Wiles, and with the wind blowing out towards the outfield, it's not going to take much this afternoon to carry something here. I mean, only 352 to dead center, 346 down the line to right, so somewhere in between there, and that cleared the fence with good distance.
First home run of the season for Norman. He extends the lead 2-0. First pitch to Driscoll, stays upstairs. Nathan Wiles into a little more trouble here in the second inning. He winds, and 1-0 is tapped up the first base side. Dashbach fields, flips onto Wiles. He dropped it at the bag. Would have been a close play. Bang, bang over at first with Driscoll hustling hard up the line. A swinging bunt. Dash fielded at the cutout. Wiles couldn't hold on.
You can't blame Andrew for that play. He did a great job of getting off the bag and making sure he got to that ball to at least have a play at first base, and not too hard of a flip for Wiles, just couldn't close the mid on it.
So now Driscoll at first with the 9-man Gabe Rivera up next, hitting .212 for Harwich. This Mariners team 2 runs on 5 hits already here through an inning plus. First pitch. Breaking ball falls in for a called strike. Wiles sets below the chest. 0-1. Swing and a soft liner. Now on a couple hops to Campbell at second. Fires to first in time for the first out. Driscoll able to advance to second base.
And once again, just soft contact that's posing problems in a way for the Red Sox infield. Not able to get the lead runner on a line ground ball over to second. It's just unfortunate not getting the bounces at the moment.
It's the one-man Tanner Morris. Steps in. First pitch he saw, singled into center field. He extended his hitting streak to now 5 games. With just an out, the Mariners have Driscoll at second base and a 2-0 lead. First pitch. Swing and a chopper to Dashbach, who steps on first himself, and the second out.
Dashbach just so sure-handed over at first. We saw Zubia struggle a bit over there yesterday, and Dash getting a bit of a break, now rejuvenated over there at first base.
2-man Chris Galland now steps up. 2 outs, a man on third for the Mariners. They lead the Red Sox by 2. Wiles sets the first pitch. Called a strike. Seems like a lot of Nathan Wiles' pitches have stayed up in the zone so far today. Driscoll off of third. Flag blowing toward right. The 0-1 is tapped behind the plate. No balls and 2 strikes. Wiles ahead of the 2-man Chris Galland.
A few pitches and none more notable than that Ben Norman homer that just kind of stayed up there.
.65 righty from Oklahoma sets. Kicks the 2-2. Fastball misses a few inches off the plate. One ball and 2 strikes. 2 outs, top of the second. The pitch. Just misses low and away. 2 balls and 2 strikes. The count now even.
It's a nice job by Gallant to lay off both of those pitches. First the fastball away, then the breaking ball that starts in the zone and tails low.
Wiles sets third base side of the rubber. Driscoll off of third. 2-2. Swing and Gallant fouls it off himself. This is a makeup game from last Thursday. We were rained out. We were initially supposed to play a makeup game with Bourne. That's now been moved to July 23rd, I believe, the day before Red Sox travel to Hartford, Connecticut to take on the Wareham Gatemen. First Cape League game played in Connecticut. The 2-2. Called strike 3, outside corner. Wiles nailed it, and for the second inning in a row, retires the Mariners with a called strike 3. That's strikeout number 2, but not before the Mariners scratch another run across the solo home run from Ben Norman, and 2 hits. 1 man left on base for the Mariners through an inning and a half. 2-0. They lead YD. You're listening to Red Sox baseball on the Cape Cod Baseball League Network. Bottom 2 at Red Wilson Field, 2-0. Harwich out to the lead over the YD Red Sox. Brandon Peltzer with Dana Gray and Noah Campbell to lead things off here. YD able to make something happen in the first. Zach Ashford reached and Johnny DeLuca walked to start the inning out. But Will Matheson worked out of trouble. Here he faces the switch hitter Campbell batting from the left side. First pitch. Misses upstairs. Campbell, batting average up to 377. The 1-0. Swing and a ground ball. One hopper right back to Matheson on the bump. Few steps and underhands it over to first or the first out.
That was a nice play from Matheson, especially at 6'6", for that ball to bounce that high, come right up by his face, and didn't even flinch. Calmly fielded it and threw over.
Now it's Brad Beasley in his first game since July 3rd after being out for a couple weeks. Was played in 4 straight games. First pitch misses upstairs. 4 straight games the start of the season, and injured on the off day June 20th, then pulled his hamstring. The 1-0. Swing and a grounder to the third baseman Shunk, who's up with it. Makes the throw across the diamond in time for the second out.
So that one plate appearance he got against the Whitecaps, that first pitch swing, and he lined for a single. So nice to see him actually get a full start and try and get a work a day.
David Hamilton now up, struggling at the plate, hitting 200. But when he reaches, boy, look out. Texas Longhorn steps into the left side. Matheson winds. First pitch. Catches the outside corner, a called strike. 2 quick outs here in the bottom of the second. Harwich leads by 2. Matheson winds 0-1. Skips into the dirt. Ball and a strike. Here's the pitch. Swung and popped up the third base side. Foul ground. Shunk is there and makes the catch just outside the line to retire the side. The Red Sox go down in order here in the second through 2 at Red Wilson Field. The 2-0 lead for the Mariners. You're listening to Red Sox baseball on the Cape Cod Baseball League Network. Top of the third, we're moving through this one here at Red Wilson Field. 2-0, Harwich leads YD, and it'll be 3-4-5 due up. Aaron Shunk to get things started here in the third. The Mariners 2 runs on 5 hits. Red Sox just the single hit, thanks to Zach Ashford. First batter of the game for the Red Sox. Still Nathan Wiles on the mound. He winds. First pitch swinging and skied out of down the left field line, rather. Koss in foul ground. The third baseman makes the catch. That one way up there. Couldn't even see it.
Bit of an adventure for Christian down the line. He's reliable, though, and a great way to start an inning for Nathan. 1 pitch, 1 out. It'd be really nice to see him get some sort of, even just a 1-2-3 inning after the way those first 2 frames went, just to kind of give himself a little bit more confidence.
Here's Andre Lipsius, the sac fly RBI back in the first. First pitch. Called a strike. So, Dana, some excursions yesterday, was it, in the grocery store?
All right. We really want to bring that up?
0-1 misses inside. Yeah, I do.
Okay. Well, I discovered some wonderful, I guess, pre-made dinner. It's not technically pre-made. You got to microwave it yourself, so you got to put a little bit of effort into it. But, yeah, apparently mac and cheese is now microwavable.
1-1. Bust Lipsius inside. 2 balls and a strike. Not apparently. This is like years.
This is confirmed truth. Yeah. And I'm a big mac and cheese guy, but I stick to my roots. You know, I like the preparation, the making of it.
2-1. Breaking ball called a strike on the outer third.
But now with this newfound discovery, I don't know. Let's just say I spent a little more money than I was proud of last night at Stop and Shop.
All on
a lot of it on Annie's mac and cheese.
2-2 is swung on and chopped on 2 hops to the left side. Hamilton, the shortstop, fires on to first in time for the second out.
And I was really skeptical out of the gate. I actually videotaped it because I wanted to get my pure, honest reaction. And it does. It tastes right like it's out of the box. Right like your mama made it for you as a kid. But now you got it in a little microwavable cup within 2 minutes. Great way. Come home after a ball game, you call it, maybe a little tired. Settle down with one of those. It's not bad.
Brad Debo up, 2 outs, top of the third. Wiles winds, first pitch, swung on and missed. So tell me, have you made your own mac and cheese not out of a box, ever?
Not out of a box? What do you mean?
Like you make pasta and then you put the cheese
dear
in
God,
yourself? No. 0-1. It's fouled off, out of play left side.
That is way over my threshold of talents, for sure. Have you?
Yeah.
Really?
I mean, is it a surprise that I cook a lot of food?
Honestly, yeah. I thought I knew you pretty well, and I didn't peg you as a cook.
Not well enough. 0-2. Just misses low and away.
So anything else special other than mac and cheese? What do you got in your back pocket?
In the back pocket, chicken Marcel is the go-to.
Ooh.
It's an easy one. Here's the 1-2. Again, fought off, out of play left side. Count remains with 2 outs, top of the third. Wiles working economically here. 2 quick outs. So for you, it's all pre-cooked, in the microwave type of dinners, or you're going out? 1-2 is swung on and lined into the glove of Campbell off a hop. Long throw, and the second baseman makes a terrific play to end the top of the third inning. Noah Campbell running right over the second base backfields, and a long throw on in time through 2.5. A 2-0 lead for Harwich. You're listening to Red Sox baseball on the Cape Cod Baseball League Network.
It is with their support.
Bottom three, YD trails 2-0 against the Harwich Mariners, fourth meeting of the season. It'll be the 8-man Christian Costu up for YD today. Dan Jaffe, the first base coach, catcher's coach, absent. So it's Drew Linder over at first. The grand experiment, right? We saw YD switching things up. I believe it was Austin Knight, the first base coach last year.
Mm-hmm.
First pitch to Koss, swings and grounds it off the mound and into center field. YD putting 2 first pitches into play, and twice it's been successful as base hit.
Darn good way to start an inning with Koss sitting right on that first pitch. Matheson thinking, oh, he can toss a little get-me-over fastball, and Koss makes him pay for it.
Vito Freesia, the 9-man due up here. No outs, bottom of the third, and Christian Koss aboard to lead off the inning. Matheson sets at the belt. Righty kicks, first pitch, swung on in a soft liner into center field, a base hit. Koss stops at second. First 2 men aboard for the Red Sox here in the third.
Great to see Vito in his last game in a Red Sox uniform. Started off the right way, especially kind of known as a power hitter, I guess you could say, just from his dimensions to just get a nice little single there, let it fall in center field, and let the top of the order do the work now with 2 on.
His dimensions. I kind of like how you put that. Freesia 6'3", 230. Officially on the roster. A big fella, a lot of pop in the bat. He's at first, Koss at second, and the one-man Zach Ashford aboard. Ashford, the lefty. First pitch, squares. That one misses outside. Not really surprised to see YD bunt here. Way Scott Pickler likes to manage things. And so back to Linder at first, the grand experiment. Do you think if YD scores a bunch of runs here, he stays there? Jaffe's lost his job at first, or what? 1-0. Popped it up, the bunt over the press box foul.
Well, I'll tell you what, I don't think Dan Jaffe would be too happy, though. He is a team guy. He's all about this squad, and, you know, talking with him in and after, before games, I mean, this guy cares about winning probably more than anyone else around this ball field. So I think if he had to give up his spot at first, if it meant the team could go on a little winning streak, I think he'd do just that.
Boy, the way you put it, you'd think he was getting fired. Here's the 1-1, squares again. This one popped up third base side, drops in. Tough play for Shunk, and he gets Ashford at first. Base runners advance now second and third, Justin out for the Red Sox here in the third.
Well, not really the sacrifice bunt that you dream of from Zach Ashford. Lets it hang up there for a little while, but it does the job, and it took a really nice play from Shunk to get that on a hop. At least it made only first was the only play. But now 2 in scoring position and a good hitter as well coming to the plate.
Johnny DeLuca batting again from the left side here. 2 men in scoring position. YD trails it by 2 here with 1 out, bottom of the third. DeLuca 6 for 9 in his last 2 games. He's been hot. Batting average up over 325. Matheson sets first base side. The first pitch misses away.
You think the swap over at first base coach has anything to do with Dan Jaffe's first appearance on Sox Snacks a couple days ago? You hope not.
No, because if anything, that elevates his status in the dugout.
That's a good point. A lot of jealous coaches that afternoon.
That's exactly right. Matheson set to the belt. Righty kicks in the 1-0. Swing and a line drive past the second baseman Casals into center field. Koss scores. Freesia held at third. Now the throw goes home. DeLuca over to second. Base runners replaced. 2-1. YD cutting into the Mariners' lead. Cut in half. Red Sox still busy here. 2 men on in scoring position. Justin out in the third.
Johnny DeLuca has been seeing the ball just as good as about anyone else on this ball club at the moment. Line that one right back up the middle, and a tip of the cap as well to Vito Freesia. Logan Driscoll tried to catch him coming home on that fake throwdown to second, and he held his ground and lets Andrew Dashbach give the Red Sox a chance to take that lead.
Dash lined into a double play over at first. First pitch. Misses outside. Third baseman Shunk even with the bag. shaded toward the hole a bit. Ton of sunlight here at DY Regional High School, South Yarmouth. Beautiful Tuesday evening. Matheson sets, kicks the 1-0. Upstairs, 2 balls and no strikes. Not a guy you want to fall behind at Andrew Dashbach.
First base is open, but you talk about not wanting to give Dashbach anything to pitch. Guy on deck in Reese Albert, you kind of pick your poison as a pitcher when you get to the middle of this Red Sox lineup.
Dash throws the bat out over the plate. Now brings it back over his head. 2-0. Called a strike on the outer third. It's DeLuca at second, Freesia on third. Christian Koss already scored, and the Red Sox have cut the Mariners' lead in half. 2-1 now the score. In the bottom of the third, Justin out. Matheson set to the belt, first base side. The 2-1 sweeps outside. 3 balls and a strike. Dashbach ahead of the count.
And Freesia not with the greatest speed down the third baseline. Andrew really wants to make sure that he gets this ball out of the infield, allow the Red Sox to tie it if it comes to that while recording it out.
Ready from Stanford sets. 3-1 fouled off. Cardinal matchup between Matheson and Dashbach. Both of them infielders as well for Stanford. When you see these teammate matchups, I mean, how much do you think they really can gauge each other and know each other's strengths and weaknesses?
I think it surely helps both the hitter and the pitcher because you know their tendencies a little bit more.
3-2, payoff pitch. Misses down and in, a fastball. Dashbach walks. And the base is loaded with Justin out for Reese Albert here in the third.
And especially for Mathewson being a switch guy at Stanford and getting some at-bats at DH and an infielder by trade. I mean, you can kind of put yourself in the mind of a hitter as well, what you're expecting on 3-2 or certain situations. And unfortunately for Mathewson, he lets Dashbach go there and loads him up.
Freesia at third, DeLuca at second, and Dashbach at first. Justin out, bottom of the third. 2-1, Harwich the lead. Matheson from the stretch, kicks first pitch. Swing and grounded foul up the first base side. Reese Albert hit by a pitch in the 9th inning against Brewster a few nights ago. Here's the 0-1. Swing and a miss over a breaking ball. And Albert hit on the inside of the elbow with the bases loaded, scored the go-ahead run, and then the game was called.
It's just frustrating, and you feel for him. He pays that price and then just ends up with a 1 point for the Red Sox.
No balls and 2 strikes, the pitch. Swing and chopped up the first base side, gloved by Lipsius, foul. So the count remains no balls and 2 strikes. Bases loaded for the Red Sox, Justin out in the bottom of the third. Golden opportunity to tie this game up or take the lead. Currently a 2-1 lead for Harwich. Matheson sets at the belt. Kicks in the 0-2. Fouled off into the fence behind the plate.
He's going right at Albert here. And the count 0-2, not playing around, not wasting anything. Reese has had to battle a couple times here.
The 0-2. Swing and a ground ball to the second baseman. Casals over to second for 1. And in time, back to first. 4-6-3. The double play. And again, Matheson works out of some trouble. The Red Sox do score a run here in the bottom of the third and cut the Mariners' lead in half. 2-1 Harwich out in front at Red Wilson Field. You're listening to Red Sox Baseball on the Cape Cod Baseball League Network. Top of the fourth, this game flying by. Just 50 minutes or so gone by. And it'll be the six-man Danny Casals due up. Still Nathan Wiles pitching. He's rebounded well. First pitch, misses inside. Mariners 2 runs on 5 hits. Red Sox a run on 4. Wiles got into trouble in the first. Held it to a run. 1-0. Waved that and missed. A breaking ball.
So, Brandon, I got to ask you, the last day in the lineup for Vito Fresia, I know he holds a special place in your heart. Let's talk about your relationship with him a little bit.
Special place in my heart. The 1-1. Swung on and missed another breaking ball while Vito and I share a basement together. It's been a lot of fun. Good time getting to know him. Really nice kid. I think a bright future ahead. Ball and 2 strikes here on Casals. Wiles winds in the pitch. Swung on and missed. Dropped by Fresia. Throws on to first. In time, that's the strikeout number 3 for Nathan Wiles.
Because especially as a broadcaster, to get to pick the brain of a catcher, a guy that knows the game so well, calling the pitches, getting the signs from pick and everything like that, I think that'd be a cool resource to have.
Certainly a unique perspective. It's Ben Norman due up next. First pitch, called a strikeout on the outer third. 1 out top of the fourth, a 2-1 lead for Harwich over YD. The Mariners scoring a run in each of the first 2 innings. 1 from Wiles. Swung on a routine grounder to the right side. Campbell fields at second and throws to first in time for the second out.
It's a great job from Nathan here to kind of just bear down, retire 8 in a row. Really finding a groove, and it's not all been strikeouts either. Only 3 of them, just allowing his fielders to make some plays in the infield and, maybe picking up the velocity a little bit as well.
Logan Driscoll up next, an infield single for him in his first at-bat. He swings again off the end of the bat. Left side, Koss bare hands and throws on to first, not in time. Another infield single for Logan Driscoll.
But a nice go at it from Christian there to... he looked like he had a play. I thought he was going to go with the backhand glove. Decided to barehand it, and that throw brought off dash from first base. I'm not even sure that would have been in time, but still a good effort.
I don't think it would have been. Another infield single. Driscoll 2 for 2 today. Here's Gabe Rivera, the 9-man. So Wiles rebounding, retiring 8 straight. Now an infield single. It was Driscoll with the last hit before 8. He snaps it here. First pitch, swung on and skied out of play down the right field line. 2 outs in the top of the 4th inning. And 2-1, Harwich leads YD thanks to a run in each of the first 2 innings. The Red Sox cutting the lead in half in the bottom half of the 3rd. Driscoll leads off first. Wiles sets third base side. 0-1. Swing, and on one hop to the shortstop, Hamilton goes the short way in time to retire the side. Mariners score no runs on a hit. 1 man left on base through 3.5. 2-1. Harwich leads YD. You're listening to Red Sox Baseball on the Cape Cod Baseball League Network. Bottom 4, Harwich leads YD 2-1. Noah Campbell to lead off the 4th inning for the Red Sox. Cut the Mariners' lead in half in the last frame, and they left the bases loaded to end the inning. Still Matheson, the righty, out on the mound. Cardinal winds in the first pitch, swung on and missed. Pulled the strings on Campbell, who's got a 13-game hit streak going for him as of late. Swinging the hot bat, 370 the batting average. 0-1. Called a strike. Breaking ball catches the outside corner. Matheson quickly ahead here, bottom of the 4th. He winds and delivers the 0-2. Swung on and hit through the hole on the left side. Campbell aboard to lead off the 4th, and these Red Sox bats are heating up here in this one.
That's just a great piece of 0-2 hitting from Noah. You've got Matheson trying to just spoil something on the outer third of the plate, probably even off the plate, off speed, and Campbell just sits on it and finds that hole on the left side.
Brings up Brad Beasley. Grounded out to the third baseman in his first at-bat in the 2nd inning. Campbell with some speed over at first base. He leads. Matheson sets. The righty at the belt, kicks the first pitch. Called a strike. About letter high to Beasley. Finished his redshirt sophomore year at Cal Poly San Luis Obispo. 277 for the Mustangs. The 0-1 offering. Breaking ball misses low and away. So Dana talking about getting a haircut these next couple days. That's due.
Yep.
Where to?
I'm getting some recommendations from across the Red Sox staff. I need like a barbershop salon type of place.
1-1. That one misses. That doesn't surprise me that you need a salon type place. So
I need someone that's going to care about my hair, not some commercial person that's just going to go in and do the same haircut that they did for the Dana before him.
All right, interesting take there. I differ a bit. 2-1. Swung on and missed in the count, even 2-2 on Beasley with Campbell at first.
Let me guess. You're the kind of guy that walks into some sort of chain haircutting place and just gets like a 3-pack of haircuts or something.
The thing is, for me, wow, that was spot on. But for me, my hair's so easily done with the flip, just like a 2 on the sides, trim it down on top, that it can get done anywhere, right?
I just think you're selling yourself short a bit. You've got great potential. I mean, you're in your prime years, right? Like 21. I mean, this is when you should be doing some cool stuff with your hair. Let it fly. Or not.
I don't know.
Clearly or not.
I don't know about that. Campbell off the first. 2-2 the count here on Beasley. No outs, bottom 4, the pitch. Swing and a high chopper over the head of Lipsius and into right field. Campbell's around second. He glides into third, and runners on the corner. No outs here in the bottom of the 4th.
Well, earlier in this ball game, the Red Sox got some unfortunate breaks. This time, things just go well for Brad Beasley. I mean, that should just be a routine ground ball, but with Lipsius playing up, having to hold on Campbell at first base, that flies over his head, and great wheels from Noah. He'll go first to third, no problem.
That ball just trampolined right over Lipsius at first. Runners on the corner. YD trails 2-1. It's David Hamilton up next. Bowed out in his first at-bat. First pitch. Swung on, popped up. Left side, shallow left field. The shortstop, Morris, going back, and he makes the catch in shallow left for the first out.
Just not a great out to record for Hamilton. You're trying to get something deeper, even on the ground in the infield. I mean, Noah just showcased his speed. It's not going to take much to bring him in from third, but that's just far too shallow.
Christian Koss up next. Still men on the corner for the Red Sox, trailing by a run and just it out here in the 4th. So for me personally, back to the hair, I'll go wherever.
Just makes your life a little bit easier.
Great Clips is my place here this summer. Matheson sets. First pitch. Fouled off.
And I assume you also save a little money as well. I mean, I'm correct me if I'm wrong, but you don't seem like the kind of guy that's really dousing your hair with product and
Nope,
stuff like that.
Definitely not. Get this. If I prepaid 3 haircuts where I went.
Oh, this is painful.
$10.99 each.
Oh, my God.
It's a steal. How could you say no to that?
I could think of a few different reasons.
Matheson set to the belt, 0-1. Koss squares around and fouls it in the air back.
Look, there's just two different types of people. You have your ways. I have my own. Yours is definitely kinder monetarily, put it that way.
It's a good way to put it. Whatever works, right? Whatever gets the job done.
Yep.
Runners on the corner for YD. 1 out, bottom 4. The 0-2. Called strike 3. Koss down looking. A breaking ball landed on the outside corner. Now 2 away for the Red Sox.
Talk about a big spot now for Vito Fresia. After getting those leadoff singles, runners at the corners with no outs, trailing by a run, to come away empty-handed from this 4th inning would just be brutal. Big spot here for Vito to deliver.
That's just strikeout number 1 for Matheson in the big spot. And Fresia, who singled to left in his first at-bat, now steps into the right side. Campbell at third and Beasley at first for YD. 2 outs, bottom 4. They trail it 2-1. Matheson kicks, first pitch, called a strike. My question is, when you're in a place like Cape Cod just for the summer, how do you find the right place? You know, is it just asking people?
You got to get recommendations, people you trust.
Always about that tight-knit group network, right? The people that you trust. 0-1, runner goes from first, and that one fouled away.
I mean, I'm the kind of guy that at school I'm even scared to get my hair cut. I try and time it out so breaks for holidays and stuff like that, I schedule one at home with a place I know and love, a salon.
So do you have a haircut calendar going?
It's more of a mental calendar. I guess you could put it that way.
Mental calendar. All right, runners on the corner, 2 outs, bottom 4. The 0-1 swung on, or rather misses outside. Runner goes to second. Campbell breaks home, and he's thrown out. Gasals, the second baseman, came up to cut that ball off. Campbell broke home and thrown out at the plate. That's how the 4th inning ends. Whitey trails 2-1 through 4. You're listening to Red Sox baseball on the Cape Cod Baseball League Network. Top 5, 2-1. Harwich leads YD. We've learned a ton this inning. Rather, in between this inning, I guess I should say. You are a man of manicures and pedicures as Tanner Morris leads things off. Looks at the first pitch called a strike.
I wouldn't say a man of. It's just something that I've dabbled in before.
Something you've dabbled in. Okay. I guess we could put it that way. Whatever works for you. The 0-1 swung on and a grounded foul first base side.
All I can say is you don't know something until you try it.
Don't knock it till you try it, sure.
It's
maybe one day, but
guys have toes and fingers too.
Well, I think catchers get manicures.
Mm-hmm.
Here's the 0-1. Misses outside.
Paint their nails sometimes for signs.
I mean that's a little different here. Now we're straying outside the box. Ball and 2 strikes here. Wiles ahead on Morris, the 1-man. The pitch. Swing and a ground ball up the middle. Base hit number 2 for Tanner Morris, and he leads out the Mariners here in the top of the 5th.
I mean, this is a guy that had an 18-game on-base streak entering today, and you can tell why. Just puts the ball in place, hustles out every single time down the line, and in that instance, just found the hole up the middle.
Chris Galland up next. No outs, top 5. 2-1 lead for Harwich. Wiles sets. The righty comes home. Swung on a ground ball left side. Hamilton backhands it. He boots it. Got caught taking an extra step over, and it kind of caught him on the heel of his foot. So the first 2 men aboard, YD, their first error here of the evening.
I think Hamilton was trying to backhand that one in hopes that could try and turn 2 or at least get that lead runner in Morris, but unfortunately shanks it a bit, and both runners reach safely.
So with the first 2 men aboard, Aaron Shunk up. 0 for 2 so far tonight. Still no outs, top 5. Wiles sets. Comes home. First pitch fouled off. So while I go to my commercial brand place, you go to your salon.
Mm-hmm.
Dan Jaffe.
Why do you say it like that? Your salon.
You called it a salon.
Yeah, but it's the tone in your voice. It's a salon, just like you go to your place.
Your salon.
Thank you.
Okay.
Thank you.
Dan Jaffe, who's not here today with YD, needed a haircut last night.
Is it because of the haircut?
Maybe. I don't know. I'm not sure. If you're listening, Dan, tweet at us, please. Text me. I don't know. Do something to let us know. But he got it done at home. Throw over to first. Morris back in safely ahead first dive. Done by, so he's living with Steve Focher, the GM for the Red Sox.
Mm-hmm.
And Steve's son, Brandon, got the job done. Runners on first and second here for the Mariners. Still no outs, top of the 5th. Wiles sets at the chest. The 0-1. Swung on, popped up behind the plate, and over the fence out of play.
And not at a dig at Jaffe at all, but I think his hair might be a little more closer to yours as opposed to mine in kind of care and, care in hair care and also just how much he cares about it.
Heck, if you have the razor, right, and you have the right attachments that go on it, you can cut my hair. That's fine.
So do you even have, scissors used on yours?
On the top a little bit.
Okay.
See, my hair gets thick, so you got to thin out the flip. 0-2. Protection hack. Fought off and out of play.
The flip. I keep hearing that phrase. Can you describe it for the viewers at home? Thankfully, neither you nor I have faces for television, so we get to be behind the scenes. Put it into motion.
Is there much more that's needed in the front of your hair? Kind of spike up just the front little portion. That's it. Is there another way you would put it? 0-2. Swung on right at Koss over at third. He runs to the back, throws across the diamond in time. 5-5-3 double play. Terrific defense from Christian Koss.
Well, coming into today, we are talking about Koss leading the squad in errors, but that he's also just got flashes of excellence, and that was one of those right there, taking it himself, throwing simultaneously while touching third base. Heck of a job to retire, too.
So now Chris Galland, the lone base runner aboard for the Mariners. He stands at second. And 2 outs, top 5, the 4-man Andre Lipsius up. YD, one of the worst defenses in the league. The nice razzle-dazzle play thanks to Christian Koss. First pitch misses low and away to Lipsius. 0 for 1, sac fly RBI. Back in the first to give the Mariners the lead. They haven't looked back since. YD trying to battle back. Wiles has done a good job on the mound of keeping his team in it. He sets in the 1-0. falls in for a strike on the outer third.
I mean, it's crazy to think, but if he can just get one more out, this would far and away be his best start, even giving up the 7 hits. Prior to those other 3, and the 2 losses, only giving up 2 runs to a divisional foe that's right on your tail for first place. That's not a bad job.
Mariners with 2 runs on 7 hits. Whitey, 1 run on 6 hits, and an error for the Red Sox. That coming this half inning. David Hamilton, a ball off his heel that he was trying to backhand. Gallen leads off of second. He reached via the E6. 2 outs, top of the 5th. The 2-1 lead for Harwich. Wiles, the righty from Oklahoma, sets, kicks the 1-1. Misses a fastball outside. Beautiful day here at Dennis Yarmouth Regional High School. Shade creeping in the third base side. The 2-1. Swing and a line drive right back up the middle. Squeaks through to the outfield. Galland around third. He'll score. And a clutch 2-out single up the middle for Andre Lipsius. 3-1, Harwich the lead.
And that's just a big run for the Mariners there, especially the way that the scores have not come often throughout this ball game to tack on an extra one and get a little bit more separation after Whitey threatened once again. It's a great job, and as you mentioned, clutch hitting from Lipsius going right back up the middle.
So with 2 away, Brad Debo into the left side. Lipsius off of first, the 2-run lead for Harwich. First pitch. Fastball misses an inch or so off the plate. Free shout for a quick mound meeting. So how often would you go for like a manicure, pedicure, whatever?
These are very isolated incidents. I feel bad that I even brought it up now. I think it's a nice thing to kind of treat yourself once in a while.
I'm just intrigued. No judgments being made here. 1-0 from Wiles. Misses low and in. 2 balls and no strikes.
I say next off day, if we ever get one, you and I will hit the spa. We'll treat ourselves a little bit, relax, clear the voices.
I'll go for a massage, but I think on our next off day we should go to Fenway. 2-0, swung on and driven into left center field. Ashford over, can't get there. Drops in for a base hit. Lipsius over to third, and Debo at second. 2-out double. Runners in scoring position here for the Mariners in the top of the 5th.
Debo making great contact on that one and finding the soft spot in the left center. That was pretty much equidistant between Albert and Ashford. Neither of them had a really good jump on it. And unfortunate for Wiles, who just can't get that 3rd out in this inning.
Pick out of the third base side dugout. That might be it here for Nathan Wiles. He's worked hard to get through 4 2/3, allowing 3 runs, 9 hits. And it's taken 69 pitches for Wiles to get through things. Red Sox make a call to the bullpen. We'll step aside. 3-1 Harwich the lead here in the top of the 5th. You're listening to Red Sox Baseball on the Cape Cod Baseball League Network. Trent Denholm out of the bullpen for the Red Sox, taking over for Nathan Wiles, who battled here, allowing 9 hits, 3 runs. He's still responsible for the runners on second and third here with 2 outs in the top of the 5th.
Denholm's been fantastic for Scott Pickler out of the pen. This will be appearance number 5. Still a 0 ERA with 8 1/3 innings pitched, 12 strikeouts, and he's just come in and bridged some important innings in important games, and now tabbed to do the same in a prime situation.
Wind swirling in the outfield. The first pitch here to Casals misses away. 2 men in scoring position for Harwich. An added run across here in the top of the 5th. 3-1, Harwich leads YD. Brandon Pelter with Dana Gray. Thanks for tuning in. Seen a good one so far. Denholm the 1-0. Breaking ball. Called a strike on the inner third. Denholm, one of the Anteaters from UC Irvine, along with Christian Koss, who made a terrific stop earlier this inning for double play. The 1-1. Swung and on 2 hops past David Hamilton at short. 1 run scores. Stop sign goes up for Brad Debo. 4-1 lead for Harwich. 2 outs in the top of the 5th.
Just a tough inning for David Hamilton here in the 5th. The E6 back on that Gallen ground ball, and this one, it's tough to fault him. It took a wacky hop off possibly the lip of the infield dirt and went straight past him. Luckily enough, Albert got to it pretty quick. Holds that other run at third base in Debo.
Lipsius scores. Runners on the corner here for Ben Norman. Denholm out of the stretch. First pitch stays down low. It's a hit for Danny Casals. I agree with you. I don't really think you can blame Hamilton much over at short. Denholm the righty. First base side of the rubber. Sets at the belt. Third to first move. Nothing doing. Norman, the solo home run back in the 2nd. Also grounded out to second base. 1-0 offering. Waved at and missed. Denholm pulled the strings.
Still a lot of baseball to be played, and especially some of the innings that the Mariners have had. The fact that they've only put up 4 runs so far is a bit of a blessing. The Red Sox are still very much in this ball game, but be great if Denholm could bear down right here and keep that 5th one off the scoreboard.
Debo at third, Casals at first. Another third to first move, everybody back safely without a throw. (4-1) Harwich out in front. They've scored 2 this frame. 1-1 is swung on and lifted out of play. The left side.
Especially the way this YD offense has gotten hot in certain innings, certain times of ball games. Totally think 3 runs or more, not insurmountable at all, just in 1 inning alone.
Norman waves the bat across the plate. The lefty ready. 1-2. Misses down low from the righty Denholm. So that run scored by Lipsius is tabbed to Wiles, pushing it to 4. 2-2. Misses. The count runs full now. 3 balls and 2 strikes on Ben Norman. Runners on the corner. 2 outs in the top of the 5th here for the Mariners.
Just that little bite on the end of that 2-2 moved it off the strike zone.
So Casals will be on the move from first. Denholm sets, kicks the payoff pitch, swung and tapped out to second base. Campbell fields, throws in time for the 3rd out, but not before the Mariners tack on 2 more through 4.5. 4-1, Harwich leads YD. You're listening to Red Sox baseball on the Cape Cod Baseball League Network.
The Red Jackets Resort is your place for all family fun. With numerous locations around the Cape, you'll find the perfect fit for your vacation. Visit redjacketsresorts.com for all of their locations and availability. Home half of the fifth inning, Red Sox in a hole, trail 4-1 to the Harwich Mariners. Harwich putting up those 2 runs in the visiting half. Freesia will dig in and take strike 1 on the outer third from Will Matheson. Pitching a gem so far for the visitors. 4 innings, just the 1 earned run and 1 strikeout. Righty into the motions, deals, and Freesia drives this one out into left center field. This one dunks in. Freesia around first. He's chugging into second. Throw will not come into the bag. Vito Freesia aboard with a leadoff double here in the 5th.
That's been his spot, driving it to the left center field gap. When he's on pitches, that's where the power comes. We see it again here for Freesia.
Ashford to plate here in the bottom of the 5th. No outs. Freesia with that leadoff double in his final game in a YD uniform. So far, the Hofstra kid is 2 for 2. Righty on lefty matchup with Ashford at the plate. Inside out stance. Awaiting the first pitch. Matheson glances back. Now fires home. Connects with a strike on the outer third. Nothing crazy velocity-wise for the righty from Stanford. About mid-80s. Can get it up towards 88 with that fastball. Two-way player for the Cardinal. 0-1 pitch to Ashford. He swings at it and skies it out into left field. Norman camps under it, makes the catch for the first out of the inning. So 1 away for DeLuca. Reached base both times so far this afternoon. The RBI single coming back in the 3rd that plated Christian Koss. Also walked back in the 1st inning. No one hotter than him at the moment. And he'll dig in from the left side. 4-1 ball game. Matheson's been pitching with the lead for the entirety of this one. First pitch to DeLuca. Fastball that cuts away off the plate. Ball 1 to Johnny. 327 hitter entering today. The lone homer that came back against the Gatemen, game 1 of the doubleheader. Since then, everything's been kept in the park. Righty sets. 1-0. Fastball that's buried in the dirt. Kept in front by Driscoll. 2-0 the count on DeLuca. 4-1 ball game in the bottom of the 5th. Just 1 out as Freesia will take his lead off of second again. DeLuca waiting. Matheson setting right at the belt. Here's the pitch. Fastball, wave and a miss from DeLuca. Chasing that. Looked like high and away. 2 balls and a strike on the 2-man for the Red Sox. YD 3 wins over the Mariners so far this season. Trailing here at home at Red Wilson. 2-1, bounding grounder but foul down the first baseline. Count moves to 2-2, and they've outscored the Mariners 19-4. Couple of close games. Both of those coming at White House Field, including that extra innings ball game. Hero Adam Kerner, and then that 12-1 thrashing for the Sox back in late June right here at DY. 2-2, swing and a miss. Breaking ball that fools DeLuca. Just the second strikeout of the afternoon for Will Matheson, and there's 2 away.
That pitch down and away. DeLuca swinging over the top of it. She didn't get the read on it, couldn't pick up the spin. Matheson, as you mentioned, he's just been attacking YD hitters, trusting his defense behind him. That's been the story tonight.
2 outs in the bottom of the 5th. Freesia's still off of second base, and Andrew Dashbach digs in. Hitless today. Did walk back in the 3rd inning. Righty on righty. First pitch. Breaking ball that falls through the strike zone.
Get this. Drew Linder already chased from that first base coach's spot. Steve Phillips takes over here.
I thought that was him that tried to make that play on the DeLuca ground ball. Just a carousel over at the first base spot.
Hey, ball players are very, very particular.
0-1 pitch to Dashbach. Trails outside to even the count up at 1-1. You think you can coach first base, Brandon?
Oh, yeah. Oh, I got it. I can wear as many arm pads as anyone else in this league. Leg pads, you name it, I got it.
I mean, you've got the conversation part in check, right? Chatting up all the first basemen.
Most important part of the job.
1-1 pitch. Dashbach swings at it and flies it out into right field. Rivera will come in a few steps and make the snag to retire this side. Vito Fresia leads things off with a double, but the Red Sox can't push him any further than that. They trail by 3 as we go to the visiting half of the 6th. 4-1 Harwich, and you're listening to Red Sox Baseball on the Cape Cod Baseball League Network. Schlegel and Schlegel Insurance Brokers Incorporated is located at 34 Main Street, Route 28 in West Yarmouth, Massachusetts. From auto insurance to home insurance, they're your spot to ensure all of your insurance needs are taken care of. Stop by or visit schlegelins.com to have your policy reviewed today. Top of the 6th inning, 4-1 lead for the visiting Mariners over the Red Sox, hoping for their first dub over YD this summer. In second place, 7 points behind the Red Sox and a chance to move within 5 with a victory tonight. Dana Gray and Brandon Pelter here with you at Red Wilson. Having some fun on a Tuesday afternoon that's been picture perfect. Good amount of fans taking this one in. A divisional matchup, 4 of 6 on the summer. Trent Denholm back out to toe the rubber for the Red Sox. Faces off against Driscoll to begin the inning, who swings at the first pitch and puts it foul over our heads. All-Star game will be taking place at White House Field, home of the Mariners, in just about 12 days or so. An off day for all the Cape League and some fun festivities to be had in Harwich on the 22nd. Denholm into the motions, 0-1, another foul ball to the fencing, and Brandon still just about a week and a half out. Any predictions from you on who's got a chance to make that all-star squad from the Red Sox this year?
Well, I think Reese Albert and Noah Campbell have certainly stated their case. You also have, I think you have a couple YD guys. Andrew Dashbach could certainly make his way in.
0-2 that misses away.
Because he's played very good defense in
Incredible.
addition to the pop that he adds in the bat.
No outs in the top of the 6th. Base is empty. Logan Driscoll from the left side, and Denholm fires in the 1-2, and it's a plunker right back at Hamilton at short. He's got it. 1 away. Tough inning for David Hamilton back in the 5th. Error charged to him on the ground ball, and then what turned into an RBI single. Really tough break for him as a bounding grounder went just over his glove that scored a run. Makes a catch here for the first down of the 6th. Rivera from the right side. First pitch, takes for a strike, fastball on the inner third. And then to the pitching side, any arms that you think for the Red Sox that have a shot? 0-1 pitch from Denholm. Another fastball. This one a little bit too far inside for the liking of Bob Gardner, and evens the count up at a ball and a strike.
Well, heck, how about Trent Denholm himself? He's pitched really well for YD coming out of the pen. Sam Kessler as well.
1-1, grounded foul over towards the Red Sox dugout. A ball and 2 strikes. And yeah, the perfect ERA. That obviously headlines it.
Tristan Baker would have been a really a guy that would make a great case, but he now placed inactive for the Red Sox, shutting him down for a couple weeks.
One away in the 6. 1-2 pitch to Rivera. Fastball that he takes high. 2 balls and 2 strikes. It's an interesting pitching staff for YD. That ERA coming into today just under 4. That's 7th across the Cape. But as a staff, they've recorded the most strikeouts, 226. Tack on 2 more so far this afternoon. 2-2 pitch. Curveball that dunks into the strike zone. Called strike 3. Down goes Rivera. First K of the afternoon for Trent Denholm.
Denholm certainly making his presence felt out of the bullpen. Gave up the single to Casals when he came in, the first batter that he saw. Since then, 3 straight outs.
2 away. Tanner Morris from the left side. Denholm deals another breaking ball that falls into the zone. Gets ahead of the leadoff man, Tanner Morris. 328 hitter. Good enough for top 10 across the Cape. 0-1, he waves at and nicks it foul to the backstop. Quickly 0-2, and the leadoff man, guy that just gets on base. 2 for 3. 18 straight games that he's at least reached first. Just a weapon at the top of this Harwich order. Next pitch, fastball painted away.
Big name that I left off the pitchers list, Brant Herter. 4 starts, a 1.90 ERA, and he's only allowed 4 runs.
Surely the ace for this Sox staff. 1-2 pitch, breaking ball into the glove of Freesia. Swing and a miss from Morris, and that retires the side. Mariners go down 1-2-3. 2 strikeouts for Trent Denholm. He's heating up here in the later stages. We go to the home half of the 6th inning. 4-1 lead for the Mariners. You're listening to YD Baseball on the Cape Cod Baseball League Network. Four, 5, and 6 due up for the Red Sox here in the bottom of the 6th inning, trailing by 3 runs to Harwich. It's 4-1 Mariners. Reese Albert leads things off for YD, facing Will Mathewson back out for inning 6. First pitch, a fastball that bounces off of home plate. This far and away the best start of the summer for Will Mathewson. Small sample size, just 2 before this, and each of those he went 4 innings. 2 earned runs. The 1-0 fastball that misses high and away. 2-0 on Albert. Leads the Red Sox with a 390 clip. 2-0 pitch. This one runs inside but catches the black. 2 balls and a strike. Brushed Albert off the plate. But a called strike. Will working quickly. 2-1. Fastball this placed on the outer third for a strike. 2-2 on the leadoff man in the 6th inning. Gamble and Beasley expected. Hamilton to follow if anyone can reach. Mathewson from the windup. 2-2 fastball, swing and a miss. Strike 3, down goes Albert, and there's 1 away.
There, Reese Albert just not looking comfortable in that at-bat up at the plate. First strike called, Don't think he liked it in tight. Then Matheson placing a perfect pitch on the outside corner. They're forced to swing the bat for strike 3.
That'll bring up Noah Campbell. Already extended his 13-game hitting streak. First pitch he sees, fastball on the inner third, a called strike. So now up to 14. 1 for 2 today with the single coming back in the fourth. 1-0 pitch. Another fastball and placed once again. 0-2. Seems like Will Matheson is heating up as this outing continues into the 6th inning and working at a rapid pace. Tall Stanford righty deals, wastes it away, and Campbell lays off of it.
Right now, the righty Caleb Freeman from Texas Tech warming in the Mariners bullpen.
1 out in the bottom of the 6th. 4-1 lead for the Mariners. Bases empty. Campbell awaiting the 1-2 pitch. Here it is. Swings at it and lofts it into foul territory down the left side. It's been all Will Matheson, and last night for the Mariners, they only had to use 2 pitchers. Same as the Red Sox in their loss. Tommy Henry went 5, and Tristan Baker finished it off. 1-2, high and away. So rested bullpens for both squads. Probably going to be seeing quite a bit of that over the next hour or so. Into the motions. 2-2, and Campbell grounds it foul. Slow roller that stays right. Keeps the count at 2-2. Across the league, the Anglers and the Commodores playing a doubleheader today. Chatham with a 1-0 win in Game 1. Already out in control, 4-0. This one is driven out into deep right field, sending Gallen back at the wall, and it's gone. A solo yabo for Noah Campbell, his 2nd of the summer. Red Sox only trail by 2. It's 4-2 Mariners.
Boy, Noah Campbell getting all of that one. Shooting it out over the center field fence. That, I think, is a big momentum boost for this Red Sox team. And they seem to be a little down today.
Had a tough day at the plate yesterday against Falmouth. Only 3 runs. Finally get the 2nd one here against the Mariners, and Brad Beasley digs in. First pitch. Lets it fly by for a strike, and that's great to see power production coming from Noah, a guy that you're just taking singles and any way he can get on base. 0-1 trails away. Ball and a strike on Beasley.
Campbell started out a little slow for YD. Really has found his groove.
1-1 from the righty. Breaking ball that falls inside. 2 balls and a strike on the designated hitter for the Red Sox in Brad Beasley. 1 out in the bottom of the 6th. 4-2 ball game. Here's the 2-1 pitch. Fastball off the plate and away. 3-1 count. Some life for the Red Sox here in the 6th. 3-1 pitch. Fastball spoiled straight back. That pushes the count full, and have to think the way that this inning is going with the solo homer, Matheson might not make it into the 7th, or just that. Payoff pitch, fought off foul. Beasley staying alive with a hack. Pitch count now up towards 85 for Matheson. Pitching into the 6th inning. 3-2. Fastball on the outer third. Called strike 3. Another K for Matheson. He's up to 4 here in the 6th inning, and there's 2 outs.
Beasley thought he worked a walk. Not so fast from Bob Gardner.
Be up to David Hamilton to extend the 6th inning. Longhorn batting from the left side. First pitch comes with the heat and misses away.
Another changeover at first. It's back to Drew Linder.
Mind games, and now with Noah's home run, you got to think that's going on to Linder's tab at least a little bit. 1-0, fastball hangs high at the letters. 2-0 count on the speedy David Hamilton. New arrival, but already 2nd in the Cape with steals. He's got 8. 2-0, missing away.
It could be. I know when Jaffe's here, he'll sometimes go out to the bullpen and watch guys throw and watch over them. So it could be that.
3-0 pitch. This is a called strike. 3-1.
And that's what Linder might have been doing last inning. That's why he might have been replaced. I don't know. All speculation up here.
3-1 on the outside corner. Hamilton was ready to flip the bat, go take his free pass. Gardner makes the call. Counts pushed full with 2 outs. Payoff pitch. Well outside, ball 4. Hamilton will take first base with a walk, and we've seen it over the past few games. You give up a walk to David Hamilton, it's almost just as well as giving up an extra base hit, the way that he can take those bags.
Well, throw it as many times over to first as you want, but even if David Hamilton gets a horrible jump, he is one tough guy to catch.
Manager for the Mariners, Steve Engler, out of the dugout to have a conversation with Mathewson. Now makes the motion to the bullpen, but a phenomenal job from Will Mathewson in start number 3 from Stanford. Pitches into the 6th inning, but the Red Sox starting to crawl their way back. We'll get you more details on the pitching change on the other side of the break. You're listening to YD Baseball on the Cape Cod Baseball League Network. Caleb Freeman will come on to conclude the rest of this 6th inning for the Mariners. Righty 6'1", 195 out of Texas Tech with a perfect ERA. About to pitch in game number 3 of the summer, and Christian Koss digs in. Speedy Hamilton, a good lead off of first. Righty Freeman setting just above the chest and deals home a fastball right at the knees, a called strike. Flowing locks for Caleb Freeman. I mean, we were talking about hair earlier. This guy's definitely going to a salon.
There's no doubt about that. Product-wise, he's definitely got shampoo and conditioner. Anything else you'd add?
Shampoo for sure. The 0-1 bounces in the dirt. Hamilton off with it. Tag applied. Not in time. Morris had to run across second base, and still David Hamilton beats it out. Not his best jump. Another bag stolen.
At number 9 for David Hamilton this season, and heck, look out, he could take off for third.
Another part of this whole Caleb Freeman, or you got the hair, the mustache as well to pair it with. Like, that's just something completely out of my spectrum.
To me, where we're situated, looking at his face, I almost get a Randy Johnson look.
See, I was going to say old-time Dennis Eckersley, but
that's a good one, too. That's a really good one.
1-1 count on Koss, now with a runner in scoring position. 2 away, Red Sox trail 4-2. Here's the pitch. Koss swings and lines it foul. Hamilton with that start and stop. Whitey already a run here in the 6th. Thanks to Noah Campbell's solo homer, second of the summer. First one came over at White House Field against the Mariners. Hamilton will lead off of second. 1-2 pitch. Going was Hamilton at third. He's going to turn the corner. He's trying to come into home. Throw down. Not in time. It gets away from Freeman. Second to home in a span of 5 seconds for David Hamilton. And the Red Sox trail by 1. It's 4-3 Mariners.
Are you kidding me? I mean, really. He's at third base. By the time that ball bounced in the dirt, gets over the head of Driscoll behind the plate. No hesitation. Speed kills. Confidence does as well. Whitey gets back another run.
Just that extra added pressure on Driscoll to make that throw, and he botched the transfer. 2-2, Koss lofts it out into foul territory. First baseman Lipsius over by the line, and he doesn't have a play. Falls right in front of the stands. Occupied today and still in some sunlight as well as we're approaching the 7 o'clock hour here in South Yarmouth.
For a guy that's on the road, Lipsius really heads up there knowing the out-of-play line and the fan safety line there. He stopped right at that out-of-play line, did all he could, but that ball just a foot or so out of reach.
2 away, base is empty. 2 balls, 2 strikes on the 8-man, Christian Koss. Righty Freeman deals the pitch. Soft grounder over to first. Lipsius up with it. He'll touch on the bag to retire the side, but not before the Red Sox tag on 2 more runs. They're within 1 here at Red Wilson Field. 4-3 lead for the Mariners. You're listening to Red Sox Baseball on the Cape Cod Baseball League Network. Cape Cod 5 is your local and trusted bank that can help with any banking needs. With branches located around Cape Cod, you can put banking to ease. Visit www.capecod5.com today to find the branch nearest you. We go to the top of the 7th inning, 4-3 lead for the Mariners. Red Sox finding their way back into this ball game. Chris Gallen to face Denholm to begin the frame and starts him off with a breaking ball that hangs high, but a big inning for YD there in the bottom of the 6th, Brandon. Get the solo homer and then some quick feet from David Hamilton.
I think that inning kind of defines the YD offense any way possible. Whether it's a wild pitch coming around to score, taking 2 bags, doesn't matter.
1-0 pitch is grounded over to second base. Campbell with it over to first. 2 pitches and an out here in the top of the 7th for Trent Denholm, who's coming and been a godsend out of this bullpen for Scott Pickler.
Denholm really just seems so comfortable out on the mound. Doesn't really matter what position he's thrown into, what the deal is with runners on base. This guy that'll bear down and just get outs, eat up innings as well for the Red Sox.
1 away, Aaron Schunk to plate from the right side. First pitch, curveball that falls in for a strike. Trent, just going to be a sophomore at UC Irvine. Had a 4.72 ERA through 15 starts for the Anteaters. 0-1 pitch off speed. This one falls away and outside. Evens the count up at 1-1. Shunk the 3-man, awaiting the 1-1 pitch. Here it comes, and he drives this one out into shallow left field. Albert ranging over by the foul line. He's got it for the second out.
Shunk getting under that ball, really driving it high in the air, leaving Reese Albert plenty of time to range over.
Andre Lipsius plate with 2 away in the top of the 7th. Best hitter on this Mariners team. 378 hitter entering today. So far, he's 1 for 2. 2 RBIs. First pitch, a fastball that runs him inside. Pulls the head back to avoid it. Denholm establishing that strike zone early on. From the windup, righty deals 1-0, is turned on. Line foul, though. Rolls over by the Sox bullpen and evens the count up at a ball and a strike. Runs in the first and the second for the Mariners. 2 coming in the 5th inning. Whitey with a run in the 3rd and 2 in the 6th. 1-1 is nicked foul to the fence. Ball and 2 strikes. Now just 1 pitch away for Denholm, making quick work of Harwich. .511 righty. Awaiting this next offering. 1-2. Off speed and it bounces in the dirt. Freesia corrals it. 2 balls and 2 strikes. Whitey has had the Mariners' number so far this season. 3 victories. Outscored them. Now 22-8. 2-2. Another breaking ball that misses low. It moves the count to 3 balls and 2 strikes. We'll be over at White House Field on the 28th of July. A home and home to wrap up this regular season with Harwich. Back here at Red Wilson the day after. Payoff pitch to Lipsius. Tries to check his swing. Goes around. Strike 3. 3rd strikeout for Trent Denholm, and he sends the Mariners down in order in the 7th. Red Sox coming up to bat. 4-3 lead for Harwich. You're listening to YD Baseball on the Cape Cod Baseball League Network. Home half of the 7th inning at Red Wilson Field. Red Sox only trail by a run now. It's 4-3 Harwich, and Vito Freesia will step to the plate. Great day for him at the dish. 2 for 2 with a single and a leadoff double. Coming back in the 5th. Faced Caleb Freeman to start things off. First pitch, he's hacking, lines it foul. Freeman entered the ball game in the 6th inning. Got just 1 out. That's all he needed. Christian Koss grounded out to 3rd base. Also had that pass ball that allowed David Hamilton to come all the way around from 2nd and score. 0-1 pitch to Vito. He takes it low for a ball. Evens the count up at 1-1.
Freeman with that kind of herky-jerk delivery, and fastball gets up on you quick.
First base side of the rubber. 1-1 pitch. Tails low. 2 balls and a strike on the Hofstra product. Mentioned it before, his final day with YD and making good on it so far. Got the average up to 285. 2 balls and a strike on Freesia. Here's the pitch. Fastball away, and he swings right through it. Certainly swinging at a ball. Evens the count back up at 2-2. Good power hitter. Haven't seen him hit one out of Red Wilson yet this year, though. No better time than the present. Freeman sets. 2-2 pitch. Off speed. Swing and a miss. Strike 3. That's how the bottom of the 7th begins. Avita Freesia strikeout. And there's one away.
They're just caught out in front. Breaking ball got him. Falling off and away.
That'll bring up Ashford. He'll bat from the left side. So far today, a single on the first pitch of the ball game, in the bottom of the first, and then a sacrifice bunt as well. Initial offering, fastball on the outer third for a strike against Ashford. Leads the Sox with 10 walks. Guy that finds a way to get on base, and Whitey trailing by a run here late. It's what they need, base runners. Freeman glances in, leg kick, and deals. Breaking ball that moves low. Ball and a strike. Be on the road tomorrow at Stony Brook Field, taking on the Whitecaps.
I don't think Pick is looking forward to that trip. YD has gotten beaten up at Brewster.
1-1 to Ashford, a fastball on the outer third. And also 2 games called to darkness as well.
Yep.
Just a tough way to end a ball game. We were there this weekend. 6-6 tie when Red Sox had the lead in the top of the 9th, but we had to revert back to the 8th. Settle for the point. 1 away in the 7th. 1-2 pitch to Ashford. Inside out swing, and he fouls it off of his foot, hobbling around home plate in some pain. And you could tell how much that hurt. That ball traveled all the way over to the dirt by first base.
That's exactly what I was going to say. That ball made its way all the way out to Danny Casals over at second. He had to really smash that one off.
Does stay alive. A ball and 2 strikes on Ashford. .352 hitter with Fresno State this past season. Carried it into his summer with the Red Sox. Leading off for Scott Pickler pretty much every single day. Freeman readies. 1-2. Fastball with a little bite. Nabs the outside corner. Called strike 3. Back-to-back Ks for Caleb Freeman, and there's 2 outs.
He's done a really nice job of spotting that fastball, 93-94 on the gun, and that breaking ball with a nice bite to it.
Johnny DeLuca will come to the plate with 2 outs in the bottom of the 7th. Bases empty. Red Sox trailing 4-3 against Harwich. DeLuca with a single already today, an RBI 1 at that, back in the 3rd inning. Righty on lefty matchup begins with a fastball right down Main Street. Called strike on DeLuca. Draft pick of the Twins back in 2017. Elected to go play his ball at Oregon, though. Inside out stance in the lefty box. Here's the 0-1 pitch. Fastball low and away. Gets away from Driscoll. No harm done with the bases empty. Evens the count up at 1-1. Shade almost completely engulfing the infield. Just a little bit past the pitcher's mound that's still shining. 1-1 pitch. DeLuca swings at it and grounds it over to first. Up with it is Lipsius. Quick touch of the bag. And the Red Sox go down 1-2-3 in the 7th. We go to the top of the 8th. 4-3 lead for the Mariners. You're listening to YD Baseball on the Cape Cod Baseball League Network. Eighth inning is upon us at Red Wilson Field. Mariners up 4-3. Dana Gray and Brandon Pelter joining you from DY Regional High School. Gorgeous Tuesday afternoon. Denholm out to face Brad Debo, batting from the left side. First pitch, fastball right down Main Street, connecting for a strike. And Denholm came in that fifth inning, bridged the gap here to the later stages. Done a phenomenal job. Just the one earned run. First pitch, that's away. Debo, Casals, and Norman expected due up in the top of the eighth inning. Trying to add on some insurance. Next pitch is lined straight to the backstop. Now a ball and 2 strikes on Brad Debo. A returner for the Mariners. One of the few. NC State kid. Batting .256 this past season for the Wolfpack. Denholm getting the signs from Freesia. Relayed from Scott Pickler. Now Denholm into the windup. 1-2, curveball. Called strike 3 on the outer third. Debo dead in the water. Another strikeout for Trent Denholm. Make it 4, and there's one away in the 8th.
Whew, that's a dandy. Drop that one in there. Outside corner. See you later.
And speaking of NC State, Red Sox with another addition to this lineup. Patrick Bailey, a catcher just activated today, went .321 with the Wolfpack this past season. Casals in the box, has to brush out of the way from that fastball. Should be a good addition. An ACC Freshman of the Year, Bailey was. All-American. Got some power, too. 1-0 curveball. That falls in for a strike to even the count up at 1-1. Patrick broke the NC State freshman home run record with 13, and that could be helpful for the Red Sox. 1-1 pitch. That's another strike off speed. Casals yet to take the bat off his shoulders. One away, bases empty in the top of the 8th inning. Mariners clinging to that 1-run lead. Denholm, 1-2 pitch. Comes with a fastball and left it over the plate. Danny just nicks it foul. That was not where Freesia was setting up. Denholm readying the next offering. Getting the signs from Freesia from the windup. 1-2 pitch, a curveball that bounces in the dirt away. 2 balls and 2 strikes on the 6th man for Harwich. Had a tough day at the plate. Struck out looking in the first. Struck out swinging in the 4th. Does have that RBI single, though. That's proven key here in a low-scoring ball game. 2-2. Grounded over the left side. Hamilton's got it. Has to avoid Koss. Throws across. Not able to be picked by Andrew Dashbach. The ball goes out of play. Over to second goes Danny Casals. Funky play to break down there, Brandon.
And that's what happens when you have a guy in Christian Koss that's not used to playing that hot corner at third base, a guy that's a middle infielder by trade, and he's going to try to track down every single ball that he can, but they're running into David Hamilton, who tried to actually spin out of it, and then the throw in the dirt, and Andrew Dashbach fighting the sun couldn't pick up that ball.
Interesting to see how that one is ruled. If it's an error on Hamilton, it's one of the tougher ones to give him. Really wasn't his fault. Norman at the plate, batting from the left side with one away. Now a runner on second. Denholm deals. Breaking ball, wave and a miss from Norman. 1 for 3 day. 2 ground outs to Noah Campbell at second base. Also that big solo homer, though, to start the second inning. At the moment, that one run has proved the difference. 0-1 count, 1 away. Casals the lead off of second. Here's the pitch. Breaking ball that drops a little bit below the knees. Call the ball. Evens the count up at 1-1. And they are going to give that error to David Hamilton.
And a tough one to take, but I think that's definitely somebody's got to take that error.
1-1 count on the lefty. Pitch. Breaking ball. Swing and a miss. Norman goes above it. Ball and 2 strikes Denholm trying to work out of this inning here in the 8th after Whitey gave up some runs yesterday against the Commodores, where the errors really were the problem. Hoping that doesn't play the same story here in the top of the 8th inning. Trent glances back at second a couple times, deals the 1-2 curveball that Norman lays off of. 2 balls and 2 strikes. Good amount of fans hanging around to see the conclusion of this one. Another close ball game between the Mariners and the Red Sox. Last time they played at Harwich, ball game went to extras. 2-2, painted outside corner, called strike 3. Make it K number 5 for Trent Denholm. He's racking them up here in the later innings, and there's 2 away in the 8th.
Denholm has just done such a good job of bearing down and battling. And he's really done a great job of keeping YD in this game through 3 innings, only allowing 2 hits.
Logan Driscoll, the catcher for the Mariners, will play it with 2 outs, runner on second. First pitch, off speed and on the outer third, a called strike. Man, Trent Denholm was just pounding the strike zone. 31 strikes, 17 balls. Casal's the leadoff of second. Here's the pitch. 0-1, missed away. Whitey hitting the road tomorrow, then back against the Firebirds on Thursday. That should be a fun one. Fox Sports actually putting that one on for you. 1-1 is outside, and they'll probably give you a little bit more of a higher production level than what we offer through our 22 home games. Be fun to see and give these players the national attention that they deserve. 2 outs in the 8th, runner on second. 2-1 count on Driscoll. Here's the pitch from Denholm. Cut, swing, and a miss from Driscoll. That little bite at the end of Denholm's breaking ball is just pure filth. See if he goes with it again, trying to pick up back-to-back strikeouts. Casal's good lead off of second. Hamilton playing behind him. 2-2 pitch, runs inside. Freesia has to move left or right to keep it in front of him. Another full count here on the 8-man for the Mariners. 4-3 ball game, Harwich in front. Trying to tack on another run of insurance. Red Sox with the heart of their order coming up in the bottom of the 8th. Denholm looks in, now looks back at second, sets, deals the payoff pitch, and it's just fought off foul by Driscoll to stay alive. Great battle here between Driscoll and Denholm in the top of the 8th.
YD, a couple different guys have given them some long innings out of the bullpen, and that has proven to really be invaluable.
Saw Baker do it yesterday against the Commodores, backing up Tommy Henry. Now Denholm backs up Nathan Wiles. 3-2 count. Denholm will step off as Casal scampers back to the bag. Hamilton paying a lot of attention. That important 5th run for Harwich, as the Red Sox have made this a very close ball game. Denholm, the righty, deals the 3-2, swing and a miss, strike 3. Logan Driscoll goes down by way of the K, the 6th strikeout of the afternoon for Trent Denholm. Red Sox coming up to bat in the bottom of the 8th. They trail the Mariners 4-3. You're listening to YD Baseball on the Cape Cod Baseball League Network.
out for the Red Sox. The first baseman from Sanford, number 44.
It's winning time at Red Wilson. Bottom of the 8th inning. YD trailing by a run, 4-3 to Harwich. But they've got the right hitters coming up to plate to face Caleb Freeman. Andrew Dashbach, Reese Albert, and Noah Campbell expected here in the 8th inning. Freeman out to toe the rubber for the 3rd inning. Entered in the 6th. First pitch to Dashbach. Off speed and breaks through the zone for a strike. Dashbach, a quiet day so far, 0 for 2. Did walk back in the 3rd inning to reach base. Righty on righty matchup. 0-1 pitch. Dashbach swings over it. In a hole, 0-2. Andrew, a power guy, but haven't seen him homer in over 10 days. 3 dingers so far this summer to lead the Red Sox.
Just 1 extra base hit in his last 7.
Has to protect here. Freeman readying the 0-2 pitch. The leg kick. Here it comes. Breaking ball just inside. Looked like for a moment that might have caught the inner third. Home plate umpire Bob Gardner says no. And it's a ball and 2 strikes with no outs. Base is empty in the bottom of the 8th. Sox trailing by a run.
I think that ball actually broke late.
1-2 pitch. Dashbach swings at it and pops it up out in shallow right center. Rivera making a run for it. It's the center fielder Gallen that'll make the snag. And there's 1 away in the 8th.
3 bodies coming together out there in shallow center field, but Gallen, the veteran, and the center fielder there knowing all too well to call off the infielder Casals and his right fielder Rivera.
So the strong bat of Dashbach is retired, and Reese Albert will plate in the bottom of the 8th. 1 away. Still no one on base for the Red Sox. Down a run to Harwich. Freeman sets, deals. Fastball catches the outer third. Albert doesn't love the call. Visible grin on his face as he regains the lefty box. FSU product facing off against Freeman. 0-1 pitch. Fastball. This a little bit too outside. A ball and a strike. Albert waves the bat through the zone a couple of times. Readies for the offering. Freeman sets. 1-1 curveball that misses away. 2 balls and a strike on Reese Albert. Absent for the last couple of games. Got banged up in that tie against Brewster in the 9th inning. 12-game on-base streak at jeopardy right now. He's 0 for 3. 2-1 fastball away.
Well, we've seen Reese with some late-game heroics, putting YD ahead. Is it the 2nd game of the doubleheader against Wareham?
Yep.
Here at home. Go-ahead shot.
That in the 6th inning, though. De facto 8th inning. Only played 7. 3-1 pitch to Albert. Swings at it and fouls it off. Rolling over by the Mariners dugout. Nice job from Freeman to climb back in this count. Push it full.
With the way that YD runs the bases and offensively, really, the way they do things so aggressively, it only really takes 2 base hits to score a run.
1 away. Payoff pitch to Albert. Here it comes. He swings at it and lines this one out in right center field. Gallen going back, looking up into the trees. It's gone. A solo homer for the birthday boy, Reese Albert. Knots us at 4 in the 8th.
And heck, even better, 1 swing of the bat will tie it up for YD. This season, really, we have done a really good job putting YD in a good spot. There's no broadcaster's curse here.
Just not at all. It's what's the opposite of a curse?
We have to come up with something.
We'll think of it. 4-4 ball game. Bottom of the 8th. Reese Albert giving us a fresh new score line in the later stages of this one. YD crawling its way back. Noah Campbell from the left side. First pitch. He'll take it for a ball inside. You were just talking about the late game heroics from him. He delivers on his 19th birthday nonetheless. That one was sent well into the trees over the fence. 1-0 pitch to Campbell. Soft grounder over to the shortstop, Morris. Has it, fires across the diamond just in time to get Campbell busting down the line.
Now Ryan Nelson begins to throw for the Red Sox alongside Sam Kessler.
Brad Beasley to dig in a big spot. We saw him hit a homer back against Katuitt on Father's Day, what seems like months and months ago. He's seen limited action due to injury, 1 for 3 today with a single in the 4th. 2 outs in the 8th. Freeman sets and deals. Starts him off with a curveball, called strike on Beasley. 5'10", 175 from Cal Poly. Batting from the right side with no one on base and 2 outs. 0-1 pitch. Wave and a miss. Nothing in 2. Bottom of the order due up for the Mariners in the top of the 9th. 9-man Gabe Rivera. Then you get to the top. Some scary hitters in Morris and Gallant. Freeman readies. 0-2. Gets a piece of it, Beasley does, to stay alive in the count. If he should reach, David Hamilton stands on deck. As the Red Sox have brought us even in the bottom of the 8th. Another come-from-behind ball game for YD. They trailed early, right after the first inning. Brought us tied here. 0-2, bounding grounder over to third. Shunk's got it, throws a strike across the diamond in time to retire the side. But Reese Albert, birthday boy, solo homer in the 8th inning, has given us a fresh new ball game. 4-4 scoreline going to the top of the 9th. You're listening to Red Sox baseball on the Cape Cod Baseball League Network. Ninth inning at Red Wilson Field, 4-4 score between the Red Sox and the Mariners. A Reese Albert solo shot in the bottom of the 8th has brought us even in South Yarmouth. Fresh new ball game, and it's on to Sam Kessler to toe the rubber for the Red Sox. Third pitcher tonight for YD and Scott Pickler, and good guy to have on in the 9th. Appearance number 7, ERA at 0.81. Facing Gabe Rivera to start things off the night. First pitch. Off speed and nails the inner third for a strike.
His last appearance at Hyannis on the 4th of July. 2 innings of scoreless, hitless baseball.
Righty 6 feet deals the next offering. Wave and a miss from Rivera. Fishing for that well outside and low. Quickly 0-2 on the 9-man. Tanner Morris standing on deck. Chris Galland also expected here in the 9th. 0-2 count. Here's the pitch. Swing and a miss. Strike 3. Freesia drops it. Has it, though. Tosses it over to Dash at first. Strikeout to begin the 9th inning for Sam Kessler. Make it 15 on the summer. He's just been phenomenal for the Red Sox.
Red Sox pitchers doing a terrific job of shutting down the Mariners here late in this game.
5 of the last 6 Harwich batters have struck out, going all the way back to the 7th inning with Trent Denholm on the bump. Now it's Morris. First pitch misses away to the leadoff man for Harwich. And how about Trent Denholm? Phenomenal bridge innings, moving from Nathan Wiles, pitched into the 5th, comes in, gives you some valuable pitches. 1-0 pitch to Morris. Slow roller, but it goes foul down the first base line.
And 11 of the last 12 Mariners batters have been retired. The one that wasn't was the error, the E6 that Danny Casals reached on in the 8th inning.
That's just a ground ball, so a tough luck at the moment for Denholm, but since that point, Harwich has been shut down. Kessler from the windup, 1-1 pitch. Misses low and gets through the legs of Freesia. He'll be due up in the bottom of the 9th inning. Hamilton and Koss, though, before him. Last day in a YD uniform for Vito Freesia. Spending it all behind home plate. 2-1 count on the leadoff man, Morris. Here's the pitch. Swings at it and skies it out into left field. Albert ranging over. Has it. Makes the catch. Just like that, there's 2 outs in the top of the 9th.
And in this game, Nathan Wiles with the start worked and really bared down through 4 2/3, gave up 9 hits, left giving up 3 runs, and then another run came in as well. But out of 4 runs given up, 2 of them earned for Wiles.
2 outs in the 9th. Chris Gallant at the plate. First pitch, fastball, tails away. Wiles, his best start in a Red Sox uniform. Maybe the best appearance for Trent Denholm as well. 3 1/3 innings, no runs, 2 hits, 6 strikeouts. 1-0 pitch. Gallant shows bunt, pulls it back. Misses for a ball, 2-0 on the center fielder for Harwich. Had a single back in the first inning. The Mariners jumped out in front. Since then, he's been quiet. 2-0 pitch. Fastball on the ground to Hamilton, and he boots it right through the legs off of his glove. E6, another error charged to David Hamilton, and he puts the go-ahead run on first base.
That ball just ate him up. He was there kind of waiting for it, sitting back on the heels, hopped up at the last moment, and hit him in the heel. There you'd like to see your infielder kind of moving their feet, taking a step toward the ball so they can receive it in stride and take another step and throw over to first.
So life for the Mariners here in the top of the 9th, 2 away. Aaron Schunk from the right side facing Kessler. First pitch. He lines this one out into right field. DeLuca coming in a few steps, makes the catch on the run to retire this side. Going to the bottom of the 9th, Red Sox looking to walk it off at Red Wilson Field. 4-4 score. You're listening to YD Baseball on the Cape Cod Baseball League Network. Bottom of the ninth inning at Red Wilson Field. Red Sox tied with the Mariners 4 apiece. Hoping for another victory. It would be 14 on the summer if they can complete this comeback against Harwich. Hamilton, Koss, and Freesia expected here in the bottom of the ninth to face Caleb Freeman. The righty has come on and eaten up some relief innings for Steve Englert. Junior from Texas Tech, now facing the lefty from Texas, David Hamilton. First pitch, Hamilton shows bunt, can't get any wood on it. Pitch goes right into the glove of Driscoll for strike one.
I'm surprised that Aaron Schunk at third doesn't come in even more. Same thing with Lipsius over at first.
0-1 pitch, fastball that trickles away in the dirt to even the count up at 1-1.
We've seen from David Hamilton even a swinging bunt that just goes slowly up that third base side. He reaches, and we already saw earlier today what he can do when he gets on base.
Schunk getting close to the infield grass. 1-1 pitch, outside. 2 balls and a strike, and the leadoff man for YD. Trailed 2-0, then trailed 4-1 going into the 6th inning. Put up a 2 spot there, and then an Albert homer in the 8th. Tied this ball game up. 2-1 to Hamilton. He swings at and drifts it out into center field. Going back is Gallen at the track, leaps up, and he's got it right in front of the fence. A very loud first out of the 9th inning as Hamilton gave it a ride, but there's one away.
Well, and heck, think about it. If you're at any other ballpark, that's a routine flyout. But Hamilton giving it a ride, Gallen doing a really good job of getting back to the spot. And especially when this isn't your home ballpark and there's no warning track in the outfield, that can be really difficult to have a presence of where you are.
1 out, no one on base. Koss at the plate. First pitch, he'll take outside. That pitch probably going about, 345 into the outfield. Backed Gallen all the way up. If that's to left field or right, that might be out of here. 1-0 pitch to Koss. Bounding grounder to short. Morris can't get it. Goes into center field. A base hit for Christian Koss with 1 away in the bottom of the 9th. And it'll be a pinch hitter for YD. Quinn Cotton coming up to the plate.
Cotton certainly has added offensively for the Red Sox. That hit from Koss. High chopper really picking up in speed with each hop, just getting past the glove of Tanner Morris.
Cotton looked like he was going to have the day off today. Late entry into this ball game, an important spot. Bottom of the 9th. Mariners 4, Red Sox 4. Koss is at first base. Decent speed for the Red Sox infielder. And Quinn Cotton, a 306 hitter, will dig in. Righty Freeman looks over at first. Glances over his shoulder. Ready's the first pitch to Cotton. Here it is. He swings at it and laces it foul. Good hitter to have at the plate for YD. Leads the Red Sox with 26 hits. 12 runs batted in. No homers yet for the Grand Canyon product. Koss will lead off of first. Held on by Lipsius. Throw over, and Koss is back in, sliding safely. Dirties up these alternate jerseys for the Red Sox. 0-1 count on Cotton. Pinch hit here in the 9th inning. Offering. Breaking ball called strike on the outer third. Cotton in a hole. No balls and 2 strikes. Zach Ashford taking his on-deck hacks at the moment as Koss regains the lead off of first base. Norman sets at the chest, deals the 1-2, 0-2, and Cotton has to protect. Nice job from Quinn to just stay alive. That fastball could have been a called strike. Oh, 2 count on Quinn Cotton. Koss is singled to give the Red Sox a base runner in the bottom of the 9th after Hamilton flew out to deep center to start off the inning. Cotton batting for Freesia. Freeman throws over to first. First base umpire Rob Wilson waves his hands across. Koss is safe. Getting closer and closer with every throw. Cotton waits in the righty box. 0-2 count. 1 out. Runner on first. Tie ball game in the ninth. 0-2 pitch. Swing and a miss. Strike 3. Fastball blown by Cotton. And there's 2 away.
That fastball up above the letters looks so good, but so hard to catch up with.
Third strikeout for Caleb Freeman. Pitching here in the ninth inning. And he'll face Zach Ashford. One man for the Red Sox, who's 1 for 3 today. Singled off the first pitch back in the first inning. Koss the lead off of first base. 2 outs. Initial offering to Ashford. And he takes this one high for ball 1. Johnny DeLuca on deck. Wind gusting out to left center. Ashford trying to be the hero for the Red Sox in a tie ball game in the ninth inning. Freeman, another throw over, and Koss is back in.
Koss was with probably about average speed out there at first base.
Good 4-step lead off of first base now. 1-0 pitch to Ashford. He takes this one. Another ball. Very close. Just below the letters, it looks like, on the jersey of Ashford. Good eye. 2-0. Whitey hoping to walk it off.
The thing that gives Koss the advantage over at first base, no matter where the ball is hit, 2 outs, he's taken off.
2-0 pitch. Grounded foul. Past Pickler over at third base. 2 balls and a strike on Zach Ashford. Red Sox are just finding a way to crawl their way back into ball games. Trailed against the Whitecaps on Sunday 6-0. Came away with a point in that affair. Trailed 2-0 and 4-1 in this game at Red Wilson. It's tied now in the ninth. Koss off of first. 2-1. Fastball runs inside. Ashford putting up a good fight here with Johnny DeLuca on deck. Swinging one of the hottest bats in the Red Sox lineup if he gets the chance to play. Righty on lefty matchup. Ashford awaiting the 3-ball, 1-strike pitch with Koss off of first. He'll have to wait a little bit longer. Another check on Koss, and he's back in. Important points up for grabs. Past the halfway point of the regular season. These two teams 1-2 in the East standings. Red Sox out in front. 3-1 pitch to Ashford. Fastball taken high for ball 4. Koss will trot over into scoring position. Johnny DeLuca now a great opportunity to give the Red Sox the win with first and second and 2 outs.
Going back to that point with 2 outs there, anything to the outfield, I think Whitey's trying to send Koss, especially with no lights here at Red Wilson Field. We've sped through this ball game. It's been only about 2 hours and 40 minutes, but you can't expect more than a 10th inning if we do indeed go to extras.
Angler out of the dugout, walking across the first base line. Looks like he might be going to the bullpen here. Action down the line in foul territory to the right side. Caleb Freeman's been pitching since the 6th inning. Got 1 out in the 6th and then retired the Red Sox in the 7th and the 8th. Did give up that solo homer to Reese Albert. And now in trouble in the bottom of the 9th inning. Still no signal. And Englert's going to walk off the mound.
Jack Dreyer just starting to throw out there. The Iowa Hawkeye right-hander.
So this will be Caleb Freeman's ball game to finish at the moment. Johnny DeLuca will dig in. Chance to give the Red Sox a walk-off win. 10 RBIs, 1 homer, .327 hitter. First and second, 2 outs. 4-4 ball game in the bottom of the ninth. Freeman glances back at second. Takes another look at Koss and deals a fastball buried in the dirt. DeLuca ahead in the count early on with Andrew Dashbach standing on deck should he be needed. Shortstop Morris playing behind Koss at second base. Rest of the infield at normal depth. DeLuca waiting. 1-0 pitch, fastball that's spanked to the fence, evens the count up at 1-1.
DeLuca right on that pitch there, timing-wise. Not able to throw it into play.
Infielders playing a tad in, trying to keep Koss from scoring should DeLuca find the outfield. Christian representing the winning run. 1-1 pitch to DeLuca, runs inside, and Driscoll has an adventure behind home plate, keeping it in front of him. Does his job. 2 balls and a strike. Doesn't matter how you do it, just as long as the ball stays there.
Well, he was sliding to his right, and I think he backhanded that ball and then just ate it into the dirt.
That one gets past him. Koss surely advancing even closer. 2 balls and a strike on Johnny DeLuca. 2 aboard in a tie ball game in the ninth. Here's the pitch. Grounded to second baseman Casals. Up with it. Flips to second to retire the side. YD threatening in the bottom of the ninth, but they can't win it. We'll play on into extras here at Red Wilson Field. 4-4 score. You're listening to YD Baseball on the Cape Cod Baseball League Network. Free baseball at Red Wilson. 4-4 ball game between the Mariners and the Red Sox. YD threatens in the bottom of the ninth inning, but they don't send us home just quite yet. Ryan Nelson out to toe the rubber for YD. De facto closer for the Red Sox so far this season. He's been nothing short of spectacular. He'll face the middle of the order, and Andre Lipsius at the plate from the right side in the top of the 10th. Nelson, the long delivery from the windup, fires in a fastball on the outer third for a strike to begin his outing. So far today, Lipsius just with that RBI single he's checked in with. That came back in the 5th inning. Righty Nelson into the motions. 0-1 fastball is lofted out into deep right field, sending DeLuca back at the wall, at the track, and he's got it. That close to a go-ahead home run for Andre Lipsius, but DeLuca has other intentions, and there's one away.
Doesn't that remind you of David Hamilton leading off the top or bottom of the 9th inning, driving it to the deepest part of the ballpark, not Enough, though. Same with Andre Lipsius sending this one to right.
Brad Debo going from the left side against the righty Ryan Nelson. First pitch, fastball, cut and a miss. Well behind it, Debo was.
Would love to know what was going through the mind of Ryan Nelson as he watched that ball.
4.0 ERA for the Oregon Duck. Appearance number 7, and it comes in the top of the 10th. 0-1 pitch to Debo. Same result, swing and a miss. Took something off of this one, though, and it's 0-2 with 1 out in the top of the 10th. Dashbach, Albert, and Campbell due up for YD in the bottom of the 10th inning. Nelson from the windup. 0-2 pitch. Fastball misses a little bit low. Adam Kerner has come in to handle the catching duties. Vito Freesia was hit for. Quinn Cotton came in, struck out. Cotton doesn't play catcher, so Kerner's in there behind home plate. 1-2 pitch to Debo. Swing and a miss, strike 3. Debo goes down by way of the K. First strikeout for Ryan Nelson, and there's 2 outs in the 10th.
Just what we're used to with Nelson there, getting outs via the K.
The faster this top of the 10th inning goes, the more likely the Red Sox will have a chance to win it. Still a decent amount of sunlight. 7:47 on the East Coast, though we've already seen 4 games called due to darkness. Casal's at the plate with 2 outs. First pitch, fastball, called strike on the outside black.
Sunset today to come at 8:17.
So we got half an hour exactly for this one to finish up. Nelson, 0-1, off speed and away, evens the count up at a ball and a strike on Danny Casals.
You never know, though. I mean, at Brewster, we still had a good 15 minutes or so of
that was brutal.
Of light. YD scored, and the umpire said, well, now you're going to go ahead and score 10 runs, and Brewster isn't going to be able to hit.
Never know what to expect. 1-1 fastball that's buried in the dirt. And my problem with that was that it seemed like the game was being called based on a hypothetical.
Exactly. And Pick's response to the umpire was, well, yeah, and we could also ground into a double play, and Brewster's up the next pitch.
2-1 offering. Fastball called strike on the outside corner. 2 balls and 2 strikes. Yeah, the bases were loaded, 1 out. I mean, how many times do you see any sort of fashion of a double play in that situation?
One of the weirder things I've ever seen in my career, but more telling, Pick said he'd never seen anything like it.
Top of the 10th, 4-4 ball game. Nelson trying to send down the Mariners. Here's the 2-2 pitch. Off speed and nabs the outer third, called strike 3. Back-to-back Ks for Ryan Nelson. He comes in and does his job. We'll find out if the Red Sox can do as well from the hitting side in the bottom of the 10th. 4-4 ball game. You're listening to Red Sox Baseball on the Cape Cod Baseball League Network. Bottom of the 10th inning, Red Sox hoping to walk it off against the Mariners. It's a 4-4 ball game as Whitey has crawled its way back in. Ryan Nelson shuts the door in the top of the 10th with back-to-back Ks of Debo and Casals. Now the Red Sox power hitters have a chance to do their own damage. Dashbach, Albert, and Campbell will face George Kirby, the righty out of Elon. 2.25 ERA. This appearance, number 4. Initial offering to Dashbach, a fastball that runs in, and he fouls it off.
Kirby from Ryan, New York, not all too far from me, actually.
You're Westchester, right?
Yep.
Nearby towns?
About 30 minutes separates the two towns.
Righty into the motions. 0-1 to Dashbach. Misses away to even the count up at 1-1. Surely a good distance away from Elon.
For sure. That's a flight.
Good program down there in North Carolina.
Beautiful campus.
6-4 righty. 1-1 pitch. Fastball called strike on the outer third. 1-2 the count on Andrew Dashbach. 0 for 3. Did reach base in the third inning with a walk. He's got a ton of power. He could end this ball game with one swing. 1-2 breaking ball, and he lays off of it as it falls into the dirt to even the count up at 2-2. 9 strikeouts for Kirby, just 1 walk. Gave up an earned run against the Anglers a few days ago in a 6-9 loss for the Mariners. 2-2 pitch to Dashbach. Stays alive as he spanks it foul. Still no outs in the bottom of the 10th. Reese Albert is on deck, and we all remember what happened the last time he was up. Solo home run in the bottom of the 8th inning. It's the last run that was scored, brought us even. Kirby's 2-2 pitch, breaking ball, and Dashbach stays alive again.
He's a guy that battles up at the plate, will foul off a ton of pitches until he gets something that he likes.
The Stanford kid with 17 homers this past season. 3 homers so far for YD to lead the squad. Kirby into the motions. 2-2 fastball that stays high. Right at eye level. That moves to count full. Scott Pickler would love if Andrew Dashbach could just find a way on base here, even if it comes with a walk. No outs and the base is empty. Kirby from the windup. Payoff pitch right down the middle, and Dashbach, he stays alive again. Taking pitch after pitch here in the bottom of the 10th with darkness falling in South Yarmouth. Would have to think this is probably the last inning we play no matter what. Either it'll end in a Red Sox win or a tie. Payoff pitch to Dashbach. Grounded off of home plate. Stays foul. Healthy at bat here for Andrew.
Going to be the 10th pitch to come next here to Dash.
Also allows Reese Albert and Noah Campbell, who are both watching attentively, find out what George Kirby is offering. 6'4", 207, junior from Elon. Pitching out of the Mariners bullpen. Here in the bottom of the 10th inning. Wind gusting out towards left center. Dashbach trying to put one up into the jet stream. Another payoff pitch to Andrew. He lines this one through the hole on the left side. A base hit to lead off the bottom of the 10th for Andrew Dashbach. There's the base runner YD needed, and Reese Albert coming to the plate.
Boy, that's how you do it. You work a pitcher, get to see everything he has to offer there, showing the dugout, and then you finish it off with a hit. YD in business here in the 10th.
Runner aboard for Reese Albert. 1 for 4 today, but that one hit was important. Homer in the 8th. He'll bat from the left side with Dashbach getting his slight lead off of first. He's held on by Andre Lipsius. They want to make sure they keep Dash as close as possible. Kirby, the righty, setting just above the belt, now pitching from the stretch. First offering, wave and a miss from Albert on the breaking ball. Red Sox walked it off back on opening night against the Bourne Braves here at Red Wilson, 10-9. Toss over and Dashbach in. Since then, all extra innings wins for the Red Sox have been on the road, including one over the Mariners back at White House Field. Dashbach off of first, no outs in the 10th. 0-1 pitch. Stays a little bit high. Albert lays off of it and evens the count up 1-1. Boy, that strike zone from Bob Gardner has been nothing short of interesting here in these extra innings. Ball and a strike, righty on lefty matchup. Here's the pitch. Breaking ball. This one upstairs as well. Good motion north to south, but stays a little bit high. 2 balls and a strike.
Garner not giving anything up high in the zone. Adds a little on the outer third, though.
Dashbach regains the lead. No outs in the 10th. 2-1 pitch to Albert. Fastball lofted out into shallow left field. Shortstop Morris running for it. It'll be the left fielder Norman that comes in and snags it for the first out of the 10th.
Albert just getting way under that ball. Not able to drive it.
1 away. Dashbach still on first base. Noah Campbell now to play in the bottom of the 10th. Both squads with 4 runs off of 11 hits as Luke Waddell will trot across the infield, add a little speed to the base paths for the Red Sox. Now he represents the winning run. Great job from Dashbach there to get the leadoff single, though.
No surprise seeing that one, especially as darkness continues to fall. I agree with your sentiment earlier, Dana. I'd be surprised if we go another inning here. So it's do or die for the Red Sox.
Waddell now at first, dives back in safely. He's 2 for 2 on stolen base attempts this summer. Interesting to see if maybe he tries to take second. Campbell swinging a hot bat. Kirby sets, deals a fastball that stays up and away.
It's just so hard to guess with Pick out there. I mean, I wouldn't expect a hit and run here. But 1-0 count on Campbell. Yeah, I could see Waddell taking off. You just never know what you're going to see.
Another throw over. Luke back in. On deck is Brad Beasley, getting his first start for the Red Sox in quite some time. Noah Campbell trying to end this ball game, though, right here. 4-4 in the 10th. 1 away. 1-0 pitch. Fastball that's sliced foul out of play. Ball and a strike. Campbell had that homer back in the 6th. 2 solo shots for the Red Sox, and they're 9th in the league in homers entering today. Only team below them was the Mariners. They've only hit 6. Waddell the lead off of first. Campbell waits. 1-1 pitch. Fastball in the dirt, and he lays off of it. 2 balls and a strike on the Gamecock.
And each team with a solo home run tonight.
Ben Norman collecting the homer for Harwich to lead off the second inning. That came off of Nathan Wiles about 2.5 hours ago. 2 balls and a strike on Noah Campbell. Waddell the winning run at first base. 1 away in the 10th. Here's the pitch. Fastball that's roped right back up the middle. A base hit for Campbell. Waddell will have to stop at second, station to station for the Red Sox in the 10th inning. And Brad Beasley coming up to the plate.
Beasley, a prime opportunity and a chance to really state his case for why he deserves to be an everyday starter for the Red Sox.
He'll bat from the right side against the righty George Kirby. Waddell now in scoring position for the Red Sox, trying to walk it off in the bottom of the 10th inning off the righty from Elon. Mentioned limited at-bats for Beasley. Injury coming towards the end of June. Since then, this is his first start. 1 out, first and second. First pitch to Beasley. He lines this one out into the gap in right center field. It falls in for a base hit. Rivera's got it. Fires into home. Waddell will score. The Red Sox walk it off over the Mariners. Brad Beasley, the hero. Good night, ladies and gentlemen.
Doing with that pitch on the outer third, holding back a bit and able to drive it into the alley. Brad Beasley getting the job done for YD. A big second point that they pick up here.
Come from behind, win for the Red Sox. Beasley, the RBI. Waddell comes in to score, and the final from Red Wilson, 5-4 win for the Red Sox. Another game in which they trailed early on. They fight their way back. They don't give up. The resilience of this team has just been on full display over the last week or so.
Yeah, but, I mean, the glaring thing out on the scoreboard is those 3 errors. And you take those away, it didn't take all this for YD. It did not take 10 innings. They have to stop beating themselves. That has been the lone part of the YD game that really needs to be improved for them to make a run.
5-4 win for the Red Sox. Homers for Campbell and Reese Albert. Campbell homering in the 6th. Albert, the tying homer in the bottom of the 8th inning. And then Brad Beasley, the hero, in the bottom of the 10th. But it wouldn't have even got to that point if it wasn't for some great relief work from the Red Sox. Nathan Wiles gives up the 4 runs, leaves in the 5th inning. And then since then, 6 scoreless frames pitched by the YD relievers.
YD pitching staff, I think, came together, really all of them today, did a very nice job. Wiles, as we talked about, battled through 4 2/3 and got his team through it. And then, as you mentioned, Denholm, Kessler, Nelson combining for a great showing to close out this ball game.
Red Sox improved to 14-7-4, earned points 31 and 32. That lead now up to 9 points over the Mariners for first place in the Eastern Division. Red Sox walk it off, come from behind over Harwich, 5-4 the final from Red Wilson. For Brandon Pelter, I'm Dana Gray saying so long for now. We'll see you in Brewster, 5 o'clock start at Stony Brook Field between the Red Sox and the Whitecaps. Will be on the air just before 5. Red Sox heroics once again at home, completely on a tear.